All right. It has only been a few days, but the journey feels like it's been stretching on for weeks. The temperature continues to creep higher day by day, and is currently slow roasting our road-weary travelers in the noonday sun. Today, at least, they are mere hours away from Paelay. Rita's carriage clunks along the winding path marked with tall iron posts that guide safe passage through the desert sands, followed by a team of nightmare steeds and their riders. Rudy rides alongside Rita on the driver's bench, while Logrek and Laurel travel within the confines of the coach. In the distance, through the heat-warped air, the city warbles in the distance. As a swift wind assaults our friends with biting sand and heat, we settle in, unseen and unheard, to join them. Carriage and horses are traveling through the desert. Paelay's a few hours away. You can see it just through the heat distortion on the horizon. But again, if anyone wants to backtrack for the few days of travel, let me know. We can add stuff in.
This feels like home. Dina's very comfortable. She every so often she turns around and she's looking just to see if she can make out that mountain peak in the distance to the north.
Demalagus did have a thing he was working on.
Sure.
And he would have given Zelkari and Rhea both a sealed envelope with instructions to only open and read them if he dies or if he's captured by Vardok.
Do you think you would have given those envelopes to them at the same time or at separate times, separate places?
Same time.
Okay. The scene fades. As we recall, a couple nights before, when Demalagus approached Rhea and Zelkari while they were on watch, 2 envelopes in hand.
Hello, Ray, I took your advice, as you probably noticed me feverishly writing over the last couple of days. I have an envelope for both of you. Please do not open them unless I am captured by Vardok or I am deceased. In which case, it won't matter. You can read whatever you want if you wish. But please don't open them until then, if that even ever happens. Reason being is if you knew this information now, it could be pried from your minds by the Illithid himself. And Vardok will be sure to get whatever information he possibly can from our brains before he devours them, should we be captured. So I'd rather he didn't find out exactly what I have in store for him, but you should know just in case.
All right. I think I can do that.
Right before you said don't open them, she's kind of like about to peel open the seal, and it's like pats it down, puts it in her backpack.
Thank you. I'm trusting you two alone with these.
Well, thank you.
Much
I'll try not.
appreciated. Do you guys want a minute alone? I can walk away, and she's gonna kind of slowly back up a little bit and kind of do a round. She's gone before you could even say anything.
She's not quite as sneaky as she thinks she is.
No, she's not.
Quite as sneaky.
She's sort of adorable, though.
Yes. I did have a question. Do we think we need to get the others and have a plan when we go into Paelay?
Well, I've been considering that. I had initially planned on coming up with an entire false identity. However, the only part of my plan I can impart to you is that I wouldn't entirely mind if I was captured by Vardok, so I will be using my true identity. I'd also like to point out that Paelay is just north of Stonehearth, and that's not too far away from, that's the nearest city to Shadowgate.
Right.
So chances are he has informants there. So this could go down then. Or maybe never. It's impossible to tell.
Sure. All right. Well, you saw it before. I don't use my Ikram accent outside of Ikram, really. So once we get into town,
Absolutely.
use sweet charm.
Crunch, crunch. Zelkari's walking through the woods, sneaking off.
Still hear you.
The crunching kind of slows, but you can still hear it.
It's the dwarves.
Is that a snack I hear?
No.
Neat.
All right.
The scene fades back to the caravan riding into toward Paelay. Mere hours away again in the sandblasted desert here. You see Rita slow her carriage in front of you down and pull off to the side of the road, which is really just a rough path, again, marked by these really tall iron posts that just have lamps that stay ever lit on top to guide people through the desert. Pulling over just near, next to one of these tall iron posts, the coach comes to a stop, and one of the doors kind of gets kicked open a bit. Gah! And Laurel steps up. Oh my! Oh, I need a break. I must get out of this. Oh, and Lolgrek sort of she fumbles out and goes over for a water skin hanging in a net alongside the carriage. Lolgrek comes out behind her, just very serious, composed, and goes to get some water that he had in a tin can fastened to the top for tea. He's going to make some tea on the back of the thing. Water's plenty hot. And Laurel, she's sweating profusely, from being in this carriage. She wanted to be out of the sun, but it's really hot in there. Hair sort of tamped down on the face from sweat. She looks back at all of you as you are on your nightmare steeds just behind. Oh, hi. Would you care for some water? We picked up extra supplies and, Ikram.
I'm fine. Would you like something a little lighter to wear? I'm sure I've got something
That's...
less.
Yes. Let me, would you be willing to let me pay for it, though, dear? I do wish to offer some recompense.
Of course. And Dina gets off for Nightmare and opens up her pack and just starts pulling out these little filmy bits of nothing.
Nice.
And holding them. She goes, "There's this," and then
I'll take those two together, please.
Well, I mean, they're cooler if you wore them just as an individual garment, which they are.
Oh, she looks around, You're right.
I know, darling.
And you do have
50 gold.
exquisite taste. Oh my. Very well. Yes.
Thank you.
And she reaches into a little coin purse and takes out 50 gold and passes it to you, and just sort of takes off all these extra frills and other things she's had on, and then goes into the coach to change into the last bet.
Dina just folds everything back up, puts it away, along with the 50 gold.
Nice, ching ching. She comes back out. Oh yes, oh, much better. Oh,
Trust me, it's how to survive out here.
And she's in, whatever slinky outfit that you've given her. Yes, you do
One
have
of many.
fine taste. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, Paxel's going to be kind of like, just
Oh, just let
Peter was
one
already
breathe.
checking her out.
Yeah, nice. It's like this sheer thing where you can see like the silhouette and the sun kind of shines through the flowing bits on the sides. Ah, yes.
It looks quite lovely on you.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you. You-
You're quite lovely, darling.
and she's so thus far appreciated your taste. She really liked in that initial meeting, like the work you have on the horns and other things. Yes, well, water then. And she, takes some water skins out and offers them to anyone, to each of you, if any of you
Nah.
want them.
I'm fine, thank you.
Very well. Oh, she sort of wrings some of her hair out. It's got all this sweat in it. Not that she's drenched, but she was definitely uncomfortable before. Well, we're certainly close to Paelay then, yes? She turns to Lolgrek, and what are you brewing there, sir? What marvel are you brewing today? And he just sort of grunts as Rudy comes around, hops down off the bench in the front, kind of skips over. Well, that's tea he's making there. Would you like some tea?
Question.
Bitter.
Out of character.
Oh yeah.
Is he mute? Have we confirmed this or not?
I feel
Or
like
not,
he-
yeah. Can he not talk?
I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
we confirmed it.
Well, he can. He just doesn't. So
Okay.
if I don't know if he's actually spoken. That's like out of character.
I don't
can't.
remember.
I think you're right. It's like,
Just like
listen, it's been so long.
okay. Just clarifying.
Yeah, but if he said anything, it's been a line or two. But I don't think he said anything yet. He just sort of kind of grunts and grumbles and gestures. And tea's a bit bitter, but you should try some if you haven't yet. It's good. I'll take one there, Lolgrek, she says. She kind of hops up in the back of the carriage. But let's make this one for the road, yeah? We're so close. Kind of steeps little tea. And
Dina's going to take some of the tea, and then she's going to use Chill Touch to make it iced tea.
Lolgrek kind of looks like, kind of gives a gesture. Like, what's that?
I simply cooled it. I iced it. Would you like? Yep. There you go. Much better in this heat.
And he brings a pitcher over for you.
And we did iced tea.
Nice.
And this is unsweet tea. You have to sweeten your own goddamn tea.
Amazing. Nice. It really is. Yeah, it's not.
Not Texas tea.
Paeley's not in the South. Yeah. Awesome. Despite the.
Yeah, I don't do sweet tea. Sorry.
I don't either.
Nice.
Nope. But I'll take some tea.
Nice. And kind of pours some in a nice, some delicate teacups that are likely laurels, and he passes it, over to you. Other fingers extended.
And then I pass it to Dina.
Ah.
You do your thing.
And Chill Touch.
Mwah.
Nice. Rita has made her way around now. She's given the horses in the front a little bit to munch on and drink. Set up a couple of pails and comes around the back. Well, we've gotten pretty close to Paelay. I was just wondering how you all want to approach. I don't know if you're entering the city or not. We are going to be staying just for a day or two. Well, that's the plan. I believe Laurel's staying longer, but...
Yes, I actually have a close acquaintance within the city.
Oh, all right, I see. Well, would you like to travel in together, or would you prefer that we go in our own ways beforehand?
While they're doing all this,
Yeah.
Demalagus is going to just sort of get up and walk away to the other side of the coach they're riding in. On the way, he's going to activate his true sight,
Mm.
and he's going to look all over the place, especially at the wagon.
All right, go and make a
See if he
perception
sees
check.
anything weird.
Nice.
Dina is going to. Excuse me.
Hmm.
My allergies decided to kick in.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't see. So Dina's going to. As she's talking to, well, you said you're only staying for a few days. May I ask what your business is?
Well, we're traveling our way up to Jangard. We have some goods in here to sell, and some to hopefully procure before continuing our travels.
So you're just spending the night then, really? Or do you have trade business? Yeah.
We have some goods to sell and to pick up. I think we'll get there early enough to sell the goods we need today, but sometimes the buyers are finicky, sometimes sellers are. So usually we spend a day or two in any city that we're selling goods in or buying.
Well, I think our business diverges at the gate.
Very well.
Can't see why we wouldn't all approach the gate as a group, but
All
I
right.
don't see us as one group entering the city.
She reaches down into her coin purse. Well, as I said, we owe you a jet. And takes out some coin, 40 gold pieces, and then adds a a platinum piece with it. This is for the 40's for the protection, and the platinum's for the company. It's not often we find such interesting, lively folks on our travels. So, thank you very much for your time and company.
Well, of course, I'm just glad it was a peaceful travel.
As am I. We seem to have stayed at least a good half a day ahead of the others. So,
Yes.
all right. Well, let's get underway then. Kind of looks around.
I get a 15 on my perception check.
Okay. Let's see. True sight, ethereal plane, invisible creatures. You don't spot anything that was, previously invisible or anything like that. The desert has an odd feel to it when you look into the ethereal plane. There's like a hollow coldness to it that is a little more prominent than what you've experienced so far. It's like you're standing in a vast empty tomb. But otherwise, you don't spot anyone or anything suspicious, thank goodness.
Okay. After that, I'm going to sit down on the ground. I don't know if they see me do this, but I'm going to reach into my sleeve and I'm going to attempt to pull out my familiar.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
I haven't done that for since I bonded with Christy, so I don't even know if it's going to work.
Nice. Tell me, what are your thoughts do your thoughts stay strictly and focused on your familiar, or do they at all stray to the sprite you bonded with? Sprite? Was she sprite? No.
Well, she was some sort of creature from the Feywild. We never really figured it out.
Oh, that's right. That's
But I knew she was a fey creature. I mean, I would have been thinking of her because I'm, first of all, concerned about what's about to happen. But also because I know that I'm going to be shopping for a gift for her while we're in Paelay. But I really do want my familiar because I need it to do something.
Okay, roll an Arcana check if you would, then.
Okay. $14.
Okay. So with your scholarly focus, you narrow your thoughts down to your familiar, and even though you have some thoughts in the back of your mind of the creature that you bonded with, moments later, after summoning, what is it, 10 minutes? Is it rituals? Is it like a 10-minute thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So after 10 minutes of, while the horses are drinking and eating and everything, this conversation's going on, finally, is spider form? Is that,
Oh yeah, I've described it as the most terrifying spider imaginable.
this super freaky spider that walks with a jittering leg, follows a big skull on its back, kind of climbs out and up onto the top of your sleeve.
Awesome. I will be happy to see it. I'll give it a few friendly pats, and then I will ask it to sort of crawl all over the stagecoach and use its blind sense to see if we can see anything odd or something that I couldn't see even with true sight, because blind sight is a little bit different.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead and roll. You can do perception if you're just like looking to pick up on anything you might notice, or an investigation if there's something specific, like I want it to check for traps, or for creatures, or for something like that.
I'm just having it crawl around just to see anything out of the ordinary. Okay. So that'd be perception 13.
Okay. Let's see. Well, Laurel's out of the carriage, so she won't freak the F out. And Logreg's out of the carriage, so he won't freak the F out. There's nothing seemingly out of place. A lot of goods in cases and boxes and such, but nothing that is out of place.
Okay, good.
All right, so Rita is going to clean up. Logrek, everyone packs up and gets back in the carriage as you all are ready to continue, and back through the whipping winds of the desert. You go for the next about 2.5-3 hours.
As they're getting ready, as they're getting closer, while they're riding, Gina's going to just kind of quietly try to reach out to Cormanda and see if she can establish some kind of connection with him over the distance.
All right. Roll a wisdom check, if you would.
Oh, yeah, 'cause that's her forte. That's a 10.
Okay. You don't really make any connection. You do sort of have a very slight sense of Cormanda, but nothing solid.
Okay. At least she's got a sense of him. That's enough for now.
Neat. All right. So you approach Paelay. Of course, I don't have a proper image for this, but you can see a very large desert city. Has what in our world would be considered probably Middle Eastern or Arabian even architecture. And towards the center of the city are very tall domed towers, onion domes. And it seems as though the city heads upward gets towards the center, and it slopes down as it reaches the outer edges. And there appear to be rings of walls that form different sections to the city. Excuse me. As you approach the outermost section, there aren't any massive gates or anything like that out here. There's a lot of pop-up stands where merchants are selling all sorts of things, namely day-to-day things, but there's commercial products here and industrial products and things like that for life to operate here in the desert. Rita pulls up the carriage, and there is an area where you can pull your carriages in and rest. There's a residential area, a small little tavern out here, a little inn. Super ratty. But you do notice a number of uniformed people wearing the same uniform. They all have very stern-looking faces, these men and women. They're wearing these sleeveless black, like leather long jackets that drape and kind of billow out behind them, but it's all short, no sleeves here, and everything's kind of loose, except, so it's kind of cooling, except for the actual billowing cape part. They all have, you see on their backs, little size, almost like a comma, maybe about a foot and a half, 2 feet long, with a large scythe blade attached to their backs as they're walking about. Two of them approach as Rita stops the carriage, some 35 feet in front of you. Scurrying along with these two guards, or whatever they are, is a human male, probably, early 40s. He's mostly bald. He's got the U-shape baldness on top, with a few hairs sort of combed over, dark hair. He scurries up. He has sort of not fine clothes, but finer than most of the other people in this area. Yes, welcome to Paelay. Are you here to sell goods, buy goods, stay, fight? What may I ask
I've
you?
pulled my nightmare away and ridden off to the side, separating myself from the coach itself.
Okay. You see Rita.
They don't speak for me. The coach doesn't speak for me.
Yeah.
The rest of the group, if they want to stay with the group, but she doesn't want the people in the coach.
I'm gonna pretty much just be like next to Dina the entire time. So
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we would have been like right up with the carriage.
Okay. So Rita discusses that with them, and he waves them in, and you see she turns and gives like a nice nod and a gentle, like a queen's wave, and Rudy's like, I have to see you again. Take care. And Lolgrek and Laurel kind of lean out of the windows and just sort of give a farewell for the time being. As this individual approaches the lot of you with these two menacing people in tow. Hi, my name is Sir Patrick, and I'd like to ask what your business is here. Will you be trading, or...?
We have business with one of your new lords, I believe, Lord Sorbi.
Well, we can certainly send. Actually, let me see where he's at in his thing. Well, I do know of an individual that goes by that name. They are an attaché to someone of power in the city. I can send a message.
Yes, please. Tell him that Dina has arrived with her friends.
Very well. Yes.
Thank you. Is there some place in the shade we can rest?
Anywhere. Certainly. Anywhere here in the Nether. Are you? Yeah. Are you?
And someone will come find us when.
If they see fit to send someone, then they will send someone. It's
Oh,
mostly
that's
fend
nice.
for ourselves here. Very well. If you wish to wait here, I will do.
The tavern, guys. Do we want to go get a cold drink? Maybe get something to eat. In the
yes.
Yes.
tavern? Oh, we'll be in that tavern right over there.
I will pass the message along, though I make no guarantees. I will ensure that it arrives with the individual you spoke.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Sir Patrick.
Sir Patrick. Yes. Thank you,
Sir
Sir
Patty. Sir Patty. Can
Yes.
I call you that?
I suppose.
Kill.
kind of gives you like a once over, assessing this lizard folk. And
This 7-foot tall lizard. folk.
yeah, on a nightmare
Let her
steed.
call
Yeah.
you whatever she wants.
Yes. So please, some general rules to Paelay. You're in the Nether. This is of course, the lowest region of the city. Typically, to gain access to a higher region, you need to raise through the ranks, as it were.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
Yes, I will. This is simply my job during the day. I reside in the third ring, and he kind of looks all proud about it.
How many rings are there? Did we see coming in?
You saw, it looked like 5 easily visible from the outside.
How lovely for you.
Well, please beware. While the further out you are from the center of the city, the more lawless it may seem. The Reapers here are the constabulary force of the city, and if you are caught doing anything untoward or
Define untoward.
well,
Very, very specific.
killing without reason, stealing and not covering your tracks well enough, any of the standard laws of civilized folk.
I get down off the horse, and I've already got 10 gold in my palm.
Nice.
And I take his hand, and I take his hand and press the slide it, kind of the slide it, and thank you again, Sir Patrick. You've been most welcoming.
Yes.
Look forward to seeing you again soon.
As do I. Well, good day to you all then.
Bye, Patty.
He resumes his position. You all head over to a fairly rickety fairly rickety tavern. You step in. There's a lot. There's holes in the slats in the walls, and here and there in the roof. But there's it's still kind of hot here. There isn't a ton of shade, but it's better than being out in this baking sun. And there's very little sand and dry air that's blowing through here. The folks that are here, the booze are cheap, and they flow freely in here. A lower class crowd resides here.
Can we find the cleanest?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just going to take out one of the bottles of the good alcohol that we took from the house before we left.
Nice. Okay, you've got
And if anyone bothers us, I'll put some coin on the table because I'm not drinking that shit.
Nice. Awesome. You go over and kind of wipe down and get some of the sand off one of the cleanest table that at least doesn't have dripped beer or anything else on it. Oh, excuse me. And you pull up a seat, and it's almost like one of those large wooden spools on edge. Like it's really makeshift furniture here. The chairs all have a little bit of a squeak or a wobble to them as you find yourself sitting down and getting a little breather from the sun and waiting. Someone.
Yeah.
I was going to say, after about 30 minutes or a glass of the good stuff, Dean is going to step outside and see what she can discover. If she can see Sir Patrick or not.
Okay. Well, to give you a better idea, so as you step out and you really have a moment now to kind of take in, the tavern is just not in that spattering of tents outside, but within this actual outermost ring. Oh, thank you. Oh, Mariah, hey, thanks for the host. Yes, the Nether. While massive dome towers reach to the sky further into the city, the buildings here are much less grand. Small, square stone buildings are packed beside one another here in the Nether. Many awning-covered stalls rest beside the buildings, encroaching upon the already narrow streets. Ragged blankets of fabric are run between buildings to offer the occasional shade from the desert sun, and crooked steps rise and lower throughout the area, many leading wandering residents into the dark recesses of the Nether. Sort of back outside this area a little bit, you do see Patrick, Sir Patrick, walking about with those two reapers behind him.
There isn't anyone in the tavern with us that looks like they're out of place, right? Like they are also sort of waiting to get to a higher tier.
Make a perception check if you would. She's going to scan about.
Oh.
Can I assist her?
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and do it with... or do you want to do your own roll, Zilkari, or do you want her to have advantage?
Her to have advantage.
Okay.
My dice are rolling like shit.
Nice. Zilkari kind of leans over and looks about with Rhea.
Wait, you said perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're fine, unless I roll a 1. Oh, well, thank you for the advantage.
Did you actually roll a 1?
A 2. Okay, so 26.
Nice. Okay. You scan about here, and yeah, everyone looks legitimately not poor, but just working their way up. Definitely this lower tier citizen.
Sorry, Zell. No one worth pickpocketing, but maybe someone worth pranking.
Always thinking the way I like.
Well, we gotta pass the time somehow.
You know, and she's gonna take a swig of drink and then tie her shirt up like a crop top because the heat's getting to her. Kind of take a look around, see what she can do.
Also, Dina would have, before they got into the tavern, when they were tending to the horses, she would have taken that pouch of the 40 gold with the 1 platinum, and, with Rhea's assistance, kind of slipped it to Rhea to our payment.
Got it. I will mass it. and then distribute it as stealthily as possible.
Yep. But Dina's already she's got her own coin on her that she is carrying, doesn't want to have that on her as well if something horrible should happen.
Do you want me to keep your part of it then?
Yes. Yeah. For now, that's fine.
Okay.
I have coin of my own for now.
How about this? I'll just I'll hold on to it until we're settled, because
Yes.
no one's getting it.
Yeah. You know, looking at this crowd, like this is the kind of crowd she used to work. She doesn't trust any of them. She takes very good care to make sure that nobody brushes up against her, that there's like a good buffer, like a foot of space between her and anyone else, and anyone that gets too close just gets a look like dumb.
Okay. People seem to be, I mean, you're all pretty solid adventurers, and you've got your glare down. So like, they make room. One person comes over, an older halfling, past, geez, I don't know, they live so long, but an older halfling has one of those beards that just comes up. It's like a handlebar mustache. It turns into a beard on the sides, but the chin is all vacant of hair. Dirty blonde hair and beard. And he walks up. So, welcome to the Mirage. You gonna buy some beer? Gotta buy some beer if you want to stay.
How about I just give you, I don't know, like 5 gold, and then we can drink our own.
Good deal.
Fantastic.
He kind of chuckles and holds his hand out. Chink. All right, well, you enjoy your drinks. Pops it in a pocket and walks off. You need anything, just ask for Bertley. And goes up behind the bar.
Buntley?
Bertley.
Buntley? Okay, Buntley. Thank you.
He kind of looks, but he's like, pats the gold in his pocket. Like, whatever, you can call me Susie. Oh, thank you for the sub, Sword Thief.
Don't tempt me.
Nice. All right, and so you wait. How long do you want to wait, Dina, before you would like seek out an answer? Because some time's going to go by.
She will give it maximum an hour, 45 minutes.
Okay.
Right in that range.
All right. Actually, let's do rolls. See if we can get that. Okay. All right. After about 50 minutes, Sir Patrick comes in with just one of the Reapers, the female Reaper behind him. Silently, she has a gate, like a stealthy gate. She just kind of slides in behind him and easily kind of maneuvers around the people in the bar, the tavern.
She's the one that Dina is watching.
Ah, okay. She has jet black hair, and it's pulled back into this really intricate, almost like a bun, but it's to keep all. It looks like it's for utility, and also, I mean, you almost have to wonder how it was done up this way. It kind of defies some physics. Dark, black eyebrows, sort of a pale, almost like an olive complexion. She has these really these blue eyes that are dark blue around the outer rim, and then a very light crystal blue as they get in with some of those darker blue streaks in them, and just very stoic, very serious. You know the drill. You see her looking as she enters for points of ingress, points of egress, and just sort of gliding behind this guy.
Yeah, she's the dangerous one. She's the one to watch.
So Sir Patrick comes over. Kind of like points over, seeing you're not getting up from the table. Walks over to you eventually. Well, currently, you're gosh, what's his name?
Thorit.
Thorit. Okay, thank you. Let me just mark that here.
I think it's Thorit. Sorry, THO''RIIT is what you gave me.
Apostrophe THO apostrophe
RIIT.
T. Okay. Thorit. Ma'am, I do apologize. It would seem that Thorit is in some negotiations currently, and it's a closed-door affair. We're unable to get the message to him, but we have it waiting outside for the next break. Would you like me to advise
A nicer
some
accommodation? Yes, that would be wonderful.
Well,
I'm sure we can move a little further up.
yes, let's he kind of wipes his clothes off, almost like he feels gross in here. Yes, well, while the mirage is pleasant enough getting out of the sun, the Wretch is the other tavern and inn here in the Nether, and
I wasn't talking about the Nether, Sir Patrick. I was talking about a little further inside.
My apologies, ma'am. Here in Paelay, there's only one way to get in without a special invitation, which it sounds like you may be able to receive once the time is right, but I don't have the power to do so. Who
does?
Well, you'll need to head to the Sultan's Requiem, where they will assess your capabilities and give you matters to deal with to prove your worth, to head into further
Oh, I'm sure we don't need to do that. I'm sure that you have the authority to move us through.
I'm so sorry, man. That's the very essence of Paelay. Earning your way into a higher tier.
I've earned my way into much higher tiers.
I'm sure you won't have any
Already.
trouble.
I don't think one is going to matter much.
Well, I cannot advise you on what to do.
Who do I need to
Choices
speak
are your own.
Obviously, it's not you. Who do I need to speak to, please?
I would speak to Karina at the Sultan's Requiem. But I feel that I do.
I'm sure that if I give her your name as a recommendation, that will go quite a ways.
It will help as a third-tier citizen, yes, but I do just want to prepare you that she'll likely say the same. And please do take care. You have any kind of Pat's pocket here, little jingle, as though to tap at the tip you gave him. Please be careful. The Reapers are not only here for guards and protection and to carry out upholding the law. Their main function is to keep those of lower tier from entering higher tiers. As again, the Sultan has deemed this land to be the very essence of this city.
One question, Sir Patrick,
Yes.
and you, Miss. I'm sure you're a Reaper, and I gesture at our group and I go, "Tell me, do we look lower tier to you?"
She gives you all a scan and then kind of looks ahead, not in a rude way, but sort of like the British guards that don't talk or move, sort of like in a very. And he says, perhaps many folks that are ill-equipped for said challenges need to take many challenges before they're able to enter another tier. Perhaps you, being so well equipped and well able to handle said adventures, can get it done in one larger completion of a larger quest or deed.
How long till that meeting's over?
It's been going on for the past 14 hours. They didn't give a time frame, but they did say that they take breaks every so often for food and relief.
Dina, I don't know. I would say in this situation, maybe we just remember who helped us and who didn't help us, and when we get where we're supposed to be, we just won't forget.
It's kind of where I was headed as well.
Well,
I suppose this will do for now. Until,
that is to say, of course, yes.
yes, thank you. You've been so helpful.
Very, very
And
well.
she just sits back down and picks up her drink and has just without a word, but by look and action, dismissed it.
And he turns and come, says to the Reaper, and heads out. And she follows him out.
I lean over to Dina and like, do we go fight him?
No, it's not worth it. You might get something. He's only third tier.
Some shouting and yelling in the bar as some people are getting rough and others are laughing, and a lot of drunk people in here.
Can I go up to the bar? Because Bertley is there, right?
Yes, Bertley's still up there. You can
Bertley.
see sort of his rough, scraggly, super dried out hair above the bar. Walking
Okay,
back
I will
and forth.
carefully make my way through the crowd so that nobody touches me. Not so much because I think they're going to pocket me. I just don't want their dirt on me.
Nice.
I will go up to Bertley and I will loudly sort of say, slam down another 5 gold and say,
Oh,
around for the room on her lady of the coin, our goddess, She wants everyone to drink well.
Oh, and what is your goddess's name then?
Joaquin, of course.
Huh. Yes, of course. Well, around for everyone on Joaquin. Thanks to Our Lady of the Coin and this fine lady here. And you hear people clanking their tankards and roaring at the good news.
And then
Thank you.
quietly, I'm going to give him a platinum and say in Thieves' Cant to him, hopefully,
Mhm.
fingers crossed. I think it'd be better if you forgot us.
So he says, he replies and says, thank you for your generosity, ma'am. And as he does that, he sort of brushes an eye and pulls at his hair and scratches, behind his chin in Thieves' Cant that acknowledges that request.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Do we have to stay here? Can we go to the Sultan and be done with it?
If I'm not mistaken, what that means is we'll most likely have to handle something for them, which is going to involve fighting. So we can go wear ourselves out and get.
I mean, it's sanctioned murder. I mean,
True, but
I'm okay with this.
I knew you would be.
well, it's that, or we sit here and relax and hope that they break their meeting. It may take longer to go fight than if we wait.
Mhm.
I think it would look better if we actually did something rather than sitting around drinking. Although this place is a bit amusing.
I can't
Well-
sit still for very long, though. I
We
really
could
can't.
start a fight.
Yeah. I mean, sitting around works in Ikram because, but
Well,
this is Ikram.
Well, because if
All right, well, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go pick a fight then with the blessing of the Sultan.
Do you want me to hit Demalagus?
We're going to let them choose who we get to hit.
Oh.
But if you want to hit the Malagus later, you can do that. I have to ask Zelkari first.
Why do you gotta ask me?
Because you know where he likes it.
Rhea.
Thank you, Maria. It's not hard, but there's nothing else to say for it. But
Do they even have the same word?
That's awesome.
oh, it's been too long. Welcome to the
The
adult
after
voice
dark
hour.
warning has been activated.
Yes.
I missed you guys.
That's so fantastic. Awesome.
All right. So the Sultan's Requiem, shall we?
I'm game.
Okay. As you exit the tavern, you do see a rather one spot that is out of place, and it has these beautiful, clean white, almost like marble walls with a little bit of black striations in there. It's a smaller building for this area, but it has a couple gold-capped mini towers. They're maybe 20 feet tall on the four corners of this building that's on its own. Is really what sets it apart, because all the other buildings are crammed together and around in whatever way they would fit. And along the top it says the Sultan's Requiem.
Well, this might be a good time to break out that brand new name we've got for ourselves.
Yes. So we're using Luxberries, is that correct? Or
Yes.
do we want to go? Oh, all right.
It's Luke's Maris.
Oh.
Yeah.
All
Always
right,
the
just say it however you want. I'll pronounce it correctly.
Lux
You will
Maris.
pronounce it incorrectly. Oh God.
Lux Maris.
Maris? Or I thought it was
Lux
Bone
Maris.
Sandra. Which one do I need to go with?
Anyways.
Lux?
Lux.
Luxious?
Luxurious. Lux Maurice. Maurice. Menace.
This is why I don't need to do the talking.
Okay. So yeah, Dina's like just brushes off and make sure that the horse is presentable as possible, and then steps inside.
Okay. All right. So, as you step inside, there is a bit of a relief again from the heat as you've had to walk back through the sun. There's a number of buildings nearby on either side, so you don't have to worry about sand in your mouth and grit, getting into places you don't want it. Aside from what's already there. And you approach and enter the Sultan's Requiem. And inside you see that, while it looks much nicer on the outside, it still holds its appeal on the inside, but it's smaller than you were probably anticipating. There's just a few, there's 3 interior walls aside from the door that you entered, and each one is essentially like a clerk's bench. There's isn't a way from here to get behind it, but you can approach it. There's big windows cut out.
Oh God, we're at the DMV.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. There are 4 reapers, one in each corner of this large room, effectively. Some benches laid out to sit down in. The ones on either side, you don't see anyone behind, but behind the bench across the way, you do see a woman with some like candy apple green hair. Bundling about behind there. There's a few people sitting down in benches, but no one in line at this.
As we're just stepping in and then see all of this, I drift closer to Demalagus and just very quietly whisper down in his ear, check for any anti-magic in this place. And then step forward to an available clerk.
Okay. All right. And Demalagus, are you going to try anything while she does that?
Well, initially, Demalagus is going to wonder how exactly he would do that. And then he's going to
Just by
pretend
looking.
he's doing something. And he's just going to look around with his true sight, see if he sees anything weird.
Okay. Neat.
Or if there's anything that's like stopping it, because that would probably mean
Yeah, like anti-magic glyphs or that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. All right. So, Dina, as you're walking across the floor up to that counter, Demalagus, you go ahead and do your scan. Let me ask, while you're doing that, Demalagus, Zelkari, what would you like to do? Are you following, or do you want to do anything while you're in here as well? Oh, you're muted, I think.
Probably just gonna stick wherever Rhea is in Thaxel. I'm not gonna really stray too far. Just kind of keep an eye out. Probably just watch the Reapers in the corner. See if they get a little trigger happy or make any sudden moves.
Okay. All right. So you pull in, and Rhea and Thaxel, do either of you have anything you want to do, or just sort of go with the flow?
I'm just gonna scan the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I'll stick with the girls. Mention if I see anything.
Okay.
We're the muscle, clearly.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Demalagus, what do you see in here? You don't spot any runes or any hidden creatures, but you do get a shock as you look at these Reapers with your true sight. They have. It's hard to perceive because it's so out of what is in your reality. But there's almost a wispy, ghost-like, shifting skull face that overlaps every so often with their own, and just kind of their face warps into something like this white, wispy skull that kind of shifts back and every so often. They have this white, again, wispy, sort of ethereal, almost like a smoke that's just sort of emanating off of them in the ethereal plane.
Is this the Reaper? Right?
These are the 4 Reapers. Yeah, all 4 have the same thing going on, the 4 in each corner.
So if just like hypothetically, if I were to walk up to one of them to just study all of that.
You probably wouldn't see that because that's like going on in the ethereal plane. Where
Okay.
They all have that same. They all have the really dark hair, the different shades, but close to the olive skin, and they all have those same blue eyes. All of them. Really
I think that's what
blue.
Daxel wants to go do is just like go up to one of them just to like look up and down, side to side, just not
Axel likes to poke things.
I do. I'm
here
very
for 5
curious.
Nice.
And what?
We've only been here for 5 minutes, and you're already
Well,
poking.
I've never seen one before.
Nice. They all have these. Sorry.
There's a lot. I mean,
Meanwhile, Dina's walked up to the clerk and said, "Excuse me, I need to speak with Karina, Sir Patrick." Then,
Oh, Sir Patrick. Sanchez.
yes.
Well, all right then. Yes, I'm Karina.
And
And-
check.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Is that actually Karina?
Yeah, I mean you can roll if you like, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure that there wasn't some clerk who.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me. Yeah. And to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Great. Hello, Karina. My name is Dina. We're waiting for a message to. Well, we're waiting for a personal friend of mine, Thorit, to finish up a meeting or to take a break so that they can deliver the message to let him know that I'm here. But who wants to sit around here? So Sir Patrick suggested that we come see you, perhaps, about going someplace a little nicer.
Understood. She kind of looks at you and the crew. Seem like you can all handle yourselves pretty well. Yes, I would imagine.
Yes, we can.
Right. Well,
And I'm wearing the dragon dress,
oh, nice. Okay.
a memento of one of our more recent adventures.
Interesting. Yes, and she's been like hunched over a little bit as she was doing something. She stands up, and you can see now she is human. Again, that sort of long candy apple green hair, eyebrows the same color. Probably in her early 30s or so. She has like starch white monk's clothing on, well fitted and trimmed for the heat. She stands up. Well, yes, I can certainly help you with that. First, I welcome to the Sultan's Requiem. There is one stationed in each tier of Paelay. I should tell you a few things about Paelay, as I imagine this will be your first time through. There are strict rules governing the access to different rings. If you know someone in a higher tier, it sounds like, that is wonderful. Congratulations for your arrival here and your pursuing furtherance into Paelay. They will be able to come down and visit you, but there's no admittance allowed without each individual or a group cumulatively earning their way in. I don't
What's the
think...
fastest way to do that?
I truthfully don't think it'd be very difficult for you to get at least into the second ring. We have a number of... just a moment, please. And she pulls out a sort of large ledger that she flips through. Yes, well, tell me, if you were to fight you and your friends, if you were to fight, say, a minotaur, how do you think you would fare?
We've already taken down a young adult black dragon. I think we'd fare fairly well. As I said,
Okay.
a memento of one of our more recent adventures.
All right, then I think that if you're interested...
So if you want us to take out a minotaur, we can go take out the minotaur, and then we can go find more comfortable accommodations.
Well, we don't have a Minotaur currently causing any problems. I was looking to assess your skill. I believe firmly that you and your group can complete some task that will gain you admittance not only into the second ring, but probably the third ring.
Wonderful.
Comfortably.
How soon?
Well, we have a few items on our docket that need to be dealt with.
My friend is getting bored, and when she gets bored, well, as I said, we prefer to keep our violence sanctioned,
Yes,
and she's getting bored.
poking the one poking a reaper.
Yes, that one.
Yes,
The 7-foot tall lizard woman. Yes.
of course. Well, I would suggest taking care with the reapers. Out here, I think you'll find.
As I said, the sooner we can get this taken care of, the better.
Very well. So we have a monster, something in our sewer system that is causing quite a problem, snapping up children and the like. If you wish to deal with hunting this item down, many of these first-tier folks have attempted to handle this, but none have come back. But I feel that you lot would be more successful. There's an item retrieval. Someone from one of the inner rings had an item stolen, and they believe it is here in the Nether. Let's see.
Dina's got that look currently of trying to decide if the sewers smell better than the Nether ring.
Nice. It's a tough call. Let's see. Those are the two that we have. There's also an individual. There's a manhunt on for a particular individual here. That below the level of what we'd send Reapers out for. I believe is located here in the Nether, if they have not fled the city yet. I feel your best bet would likely be the sewer or the item retrieval, as this person may have left, and then you would have no task completed.
So there's something in the sewers.
Yes.
What is the item that needs to be retrieved?
Well, the item is a not at the level of a relic, but something important to the owner. I can give more details should you decide to accept that, but the owner wants to keep it on under wraps.
And the manhunt, what are they being...
As an individual that has been acting as a coyote of sorts, attempting to get people into a higher tier, only to have them killed, but after, by Reapers, but he, only after getting their money.
Yes, I see. All right, well, let me talk with my fellows and be right back.
Very well.
And get everybody together and relay it and say, sewers, retrieve a stolen item, or hunt a coyote.
Manhunt.
Who do we get to kill?
Whoever stole the item, whatever's in the sewer, and the coyote.
The coyote is in the sewer. He stole the item. Let's do all three.
I just want the item. I don't
I'm
even
an
know what it is.
overachiever.
Do we have to return the item?
Apparently, it belongs to somebody in really high up who had it
And if-
stolen and taken down here.
And if we get
second
caught
level?
with it, then that's gonna be bad.
Right.
Well, but
Get caught.
what level? Are we talking second or fifth?
We're talking above third.
So if we do one, we're into the next level.
At minimum,
Okay.
if not the level above that.
Hmm.
I have a feeling that the sewer will get, if we can handle whatever's down in the sewer and has been eating things and people, then that will get us into the third ring without it. We won't have to pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering, maybe we say we're going to do the sewer and the item, And if we find the item and it's something we really like, then we say, oh, well, we just did the sewer. We couldn't find the item yet. Can we pass go? But if we don't like it, then we can just give them both and really, climb our way up.
All right. Now, the item I understand is close on the level of a relic, so we might want to be careful with whatever it is.
Please.
If it's another relic from
I-
Arcady, I swear to God.
Ray, yeah, oh yes, I know. I just wanted to let you know what level of item we're dealing with. All right. So I'll go back to Karina and say, we need all of the information for the sewer and for the item.
Well, very well. Let me put this together for you, and she takes.
Oh, and do you want the person who took the item alive?
Not bad as not. Use your discretion.
Do we need to bring back proof?
As long as you just simply the item.
Just
is
simply
all
the
that's
item?
required, yes.
Good.
There's
Sometimes it
likely.
gets a little messy.
Yes. If you bring them back alive, there is a slight bonus to the uppance you get.
No?
But it's minor. I may not make much of a difference, so best discretion.
Yes. Thank you.
Certainly. Here is the paperwork on the item. Read it here and commit it to memory. Do not share this or repeat it. And then I will take this back. And this is a map of the local sewers as best it's been drawn up. And this you may, of course, keep, along with sightings of reports of different creature-like activity in the sewers, as well as where the children and other people have gone missing. Again, that you can keep. She slides them both to you. And the map for the sewers is pretty straightforward. You don't immediately recognize any pattern to this, but you do get a general feel for which seems to be...
Oh, I'm taking this back to the group because I'm pretty sure Demalagus has, if not a didactic memory, very close to one. And
okay.
we have to memorize stuff. He's the one to do it. So.
Okay. Demalagus, and you see that. You do notice that a lot of the things are happening in the southwestern section of the Nether. Again, it's a large circle, basically, the outer circle of Paelay. And it's mostly between the western and southern sections that these people have gone missing and these sightings have happened. As far as the item itself, it looks like there's some charcoal drawings, sketches of the item. And it kind of looks like a sickle-like horn, where it looks like bone that juts out for about half a foot, and then straight, maybe the width of a baseball bat handle, and then arcs around in a half moon sort of arc, and it almost looks like it comes to a point. Yeah. It's similar-ish. If it is sort of a sharp turn when it becomes a sickle, but not so much that it couldn't be horns like that.
Do I recognize this? Does this look familiar to me, given my heritage and my recent dealings with Cormada?
Go ahead.
I figure it out all. Like, can we be looking at it together? Can I
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we would all.
Do you want to do individual history checks, or do you want to do one if you give advantage?
Can I meta and see? No. No.
How do you want to do it, girl?
I'm flat. You do it. You do it.
All
you
right,
started.
so rolling with advantage.
Yeah.
13.
Okay. They're not anything epic enough to be super widely known, but the notes in here cover a little bit of information. So you don't really recognize anything on your own, but as you kind of paw through the notes, this pamphlet of notes that you have to return, it talks about it having magical properties. It does not specify what they are, and you imagine intentionally, but that it does have magical properties. It should be handled with care carried in their precautions, wrapped in cloth in a box. Find a means of storing it safely. And that it's aged at least a couple hundred years. So also to be careful for it. So while it's magical, so it's not going to break. They still add that in there. The person that wants it as is without any damage. But there aren't enough specifics. Like, they intentionally don't want to give too much away. They just want to let you know the things you need to get it back safely.
And nothing subtle about who actually owns it, right?
You can, just given your background in this, Ray, you can make, what would that even be? It's not really insight. I guess insight. You can roll an insight check.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. Where's my fantasy grounds? Oh, I forgot. I'm good.
Nice.
Okay. So I forgot. 19.
Okay. You see in some of the language and the grammar is very proper and moderately extensive vocabulary is involved here. You've seen that with of course, educated folk, typically nobles that have nothing to do growing up except be educated by personal tutors and such. You also get the feeling there's a little bit of frustration that comes out in the way this is written up. Like they probably don't have things taken from them often, and they're a little frustrated. They've got let some of that anger out.
The provenance sucks.
Nice.
We hear that when we're not in public.
I didn't say that out loud.
Yeah, but I will. Waiting until we're not
Right.
surrounded by reap.
All right. So do we have all of the information that we need to get started? Because I have to turn this back in except for the map of the sewers.
Yes, I've committed as much of this to memory as possible. Thank you.
Are you happy with what we know to retrieve this?
Are we allowed to sketch from the sketch?
I don't think so. No, we're not.
As soon as you hand it back, can I sketch from the sketch?
That's what I'm going to do.
Once we are out of once we're away from the building.
Okay.
Would my wanderer ability be able to help in this case, since I have an excellent memory of maps and geography? And
Well, we get to keep the map. We
The
just
map
don't
is
get to keep
okay.
any of the other paperwork.
that doesn't help. That my feature doesn't help. No, it's fine. Never mind. I'm gonna.
Everybody get a good look so we can all tell
Yeah.
Demalagus exactly how to do it.
Okay, done.
All right, so got it. And I return the papers back to Karina. And thank you. You've been most kind.
Yes, please do see. Each tier has a quartermaster. Should you need any adventuring gear or potions of healing and such, Rongstrom Growbinder, of course, is the quartermaster here for the lowest tier, the Nether.
I'm sorry, what was his name again?
Rongstrom Growbinder. It's RONGSTRUM. Rongstrom. And then Growbinder, GROBINDER.
Okay.
Josh Groban, got it.
Nice.
How about Great. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you very soon.
Good. Very well. I wish you all the best then.
If you do you need to take our names, or is just mine?
Yes,
yeah,
I did.
notice in the book.
She
Just
slides
put
it.
us down as Lux Maurice.
Very well. Now, mind you, this will be. What's your you'll all be collectively accruing.
Yes.
Yes, and this is what you'll be known as you will not be able to separate and use your individual clout once you move up. You would have to start back over as an individual as opposed to a group, should you want to, for any reason, be known only on your own versus as the group. As a member of the group, you have access, but if you want to distance yourself from the group for any reason, then you will need to
I
start
think
over.
we're fine.
Very well. Well,
Thank
best of luck then. Stay cool. And she kind of looks around and hope that you keep all your fingers. And
We have so far.
good. Well, good day then. She gives a
day.
nice now.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone heads straight to their bio break. Nice. So we'll jump and do that since it's about that time. So for anyone that doesn't know, of course, we take like a 8 to 10 minute bio break here. We keep streaming, so some of us will be here, some of us won't. And I'm gonna go do that right now. So I will catch you. We'll catch you all here shortly. Good. It's good to be back. Pop to beast mode. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh.
I won't sing like Impy does because I like you guys. I want to punish you. Hey. Hi, guys. How you guys doing? Yeah, I'm 9 kinds of adorable. What? I would never try to be anyone else. I'm an original darling.
I'm actually back early. What?
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 Hey sis, how's it going?
It's good. Going good, bro. How are you?
I'm here.
We're finally here on the Tuesday.
Yes. So happy to be playing. It's been too long.
It's been way too long. I'm just going through. So, here's what's trending on Twitter. Kit Harington is in rehab
What?
because of Game of Thrones.
Rehab?
Uh-huh.
Like physical therapy or like rehab?
Rehab for stress and alcohol abuse after the Game of Thrones ended.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
He just got married, didn't he?
Like a couple of years ago. Which it says in here that his wife is being extremely supportive.
Oh, that's good. She played a character, didn't she?
Yeah, like his first love interest on the show, the Wildling.
Yeah, I eat on my stream all the time, Victoria, so I just don't care. I'm like, I'll eat, it's fine.
Purpley goodness.
Those are pretty. Where did you get those?
All my dice are from the same place.
Oh, that's
called
right.
Gamescience.com.
Yep.
Here, you know what? Since you
No,
asked, let me go
I
ahead.
already know it. That's where Matthew gets his dice from.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So let me show everybody. This is sorry. There we go. Okay, so there's my dice. I like them because they're like old school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why he likes them as well.
All those are I colored in with crayon, all the numbers. I did that on a stream before we started playing, and I answered a bunch of D&D questions. It was really fun. These kind of take a little bit of extra work for anyone who's not had them before. They usually have a little bit of flash like at a corner, and you just remove it with an X-Acto knife. It's really easy. But they're also, if you'll notice how good and sharp the corners are, they're not rounded. Oops. And that helps them roll more fairly. There's a lot more that goes into it, but that's another reason I like them, is because the problem with the tumbled dice is they're a little bit malformed, and you can tell if you ever stack them up. You'll see that
that's one of
some
the
are
reasons why I like
slightly
them.
different than the others.
That's why I like my metal dice.
Yeah, metal dice are another good choice. I used to have metal dice, and I put all these fun little pockmarks in my 3rd edition D&D books, so I stopped using them. All my 3rd edition books have like little divots all over them, and I really didn't realize it was happening until I'd done it to pretty much all of them, because I always used to roll in the books.
So let me show you an under $10 fix for that. It's real simple. You go down to like Michael's or a craft store, and you get their plain wooden boxes. It looks like this, and some spray varnish, and then you get the kitchen shelving mats. Those rubber nubby things. Yep.
That's what I
Put
have.
one of those rubber nubby things in it,
Oh, that's a good idea.
and you put because it's got kind of like a smooth side and then a Ripley side. Put the smooth side up, Ripley side down. That makes it stick better, and you have a nice rolling surface.
Aww. I have, I don't know if I told y'all last time I was on here, I got my unicorn dice in. And actually, okay, I have the tray too, but the tray is now full of my dice, and I have them all nice and neat so you can see it after we get off.
Okay.
But unicorn, I don't know if it's going to focus.
Yes.
Pretty.
Oh, so beautiful.
Are they pretty? Yeah, it's not focusing very well, but
Oh, those are beautiful.
I love them. So the goal for this weekend when we go to the Comic-Con is to find myself a new dice bag and more dice,
You
obviously.
need a dice first.
I do.
You don't want the case that I have? My dice case?
I'm not there yet. I'm slowly getting there, but I'm not there yet. One day.
One day.
This
Like
is
next week, one day.
Only
one day.
because he's in the chat with us today. Bobby is my DM in my IRL game.
Oh, cool.
He made us all these wonderful journals and as a rolling box.
Oh,
Awesome.
Oh,
And they're
that's
magnetic.
that is fucking precious. I love
That is. That's great.
And the first time I used it, it was in a one shot, but he made it specifically for my, recurring character, and I rolled terribly, and he was like, "It's because you're using it for not the character it was meant for." So I immediately threw it across the room and then blessed it so I can use it.
I see. This is one dice bag, and this is the other.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Dalek.
Yes.
Woo. If you would appreciate that.
Just because I only shared it with you guys so the stream sees.
Yep.
This is my dice chest.
Oh my god.
I love that thing. I love that thing.
It surprises me every time because I'm like, it's so big.
I know, I need to get some good stickers for it, I think.
Yeah, a friend of mine made this for me. It's court strength be with you.
I like that.
Oh, love it.
That is so cool. One of my bridesmaids, actually, my wedding is made this for me originally, and she also made a pencil bag with all I think it was a 12 doctors at the time, 11 or 12. I don't remember where it was, but it's been a couple years. But it's so small. I need more. I need a bigger bag now.
Well, someone who is not a sponsor of the show, just to cover all of that, but if you check out Eris Savad on
Yes.
Twitter, her stuff is amazing. Oh,
She's the one that did Laura's bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's who I want.
She does keychain bags.
Yes, that's right. She does.
Yep, she does keychain bags, and they hold 7 dice on a keychain that you can put on your keychain, so you can always carry your dice with you.
That would be really bad because I work with kids.
Yeah,
That would not work well for me.
but yeah, for dice, she has some great designs for her dice and dice trays as well.
Yes, yes. I don't think I need any more dice trays. I'm pretty good. I just settled on those. I just need a bigger dice bag. Love metal dice too. I don't even have any metal dice out today, do I? Nope.
Girl, when you go to Denver, you should look for I'll send you damn it, I can't remember the name of it, but when I was at PAX last year, I got these ceramic dice that they make by hand, and I love them. They are actually really heavy. They're beautiful. They like hand stamp every number on there. Oh my gosh, they're so great.
Ceramic dice. Okay.
Ceramic dice. What did they
Oh,
That's what mine look like. I don't know.
oh, that is pretty.
I don't know. It's crit something. I'll look it up.
I wonder if
I
they're
get
gonna
all the stuff, so.
Is it Crit Dice UK?
Oh yes, that was the one.
Oh yeah, they've got gorgeous dice. Oh, I love
God.
their dice.
So pretty. The metal is like really unaffordable, but it's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Actually, what I really want is I want one of Gil's hand forged
Yes.
toys. That's
Yes.
I've been following a lot of dice makers on Twitter lately, like ones that make dice bags, everything else, and I'm like, I just want all of them. Like, it's not fair. I want all of them.
I'm glad I'm not traveling anymore because I was getting new dice in every city that I stopped in because I thought it was cute, but it was that's expensive.
like I said, I get the tabletop loot box every month, And I'm halfway through my second year, and I get 3 to 4 new sets every month. I usually get 4, so I get 4 new sets every month. And they're all but
I
like
just,
stuff like this.
guys, I just found a wedding dice set for $15, and it has a heart, the champagne flutes, the bells, the rings, I don't know what that is. The dove? Is that a horseshoe?
Probably for luck.
Oh my god. Okay. Heart. So is it Crit It? Because they're in the UK. That's who I found on.
Yep. Oh, Credit is another company, but Credit also has gorgeous dice as well.
They had the wedding set.
They do dice like the Game Science dice, but they're doing the polymers.
Oh.
But unfortunately they're very expensive, but really pretty.
They have a Halloween set. Oh no. I should not have looked at Etsy. Oh my god. It's a jack-o'-lantern, piece of candy, the black cat, the witch's hat, the ghost, the skull. Oh my fucking god. And that one's just a poly resin. Oh, hold on. The Spirit of Lizard. Get that for my taxel.
So the air conditioner kicked on about 20 minutes into the stream, and I'm afraid to turn it off. So I got to put on a sweatshirt because I don't want it to turn back off again and then the house get hot.
Oh yeah, girl, no. Yeah, keep
I'm
it
like
on.
right under a vent. I know. I'm like, just leave it. Just leave it on.
Better to keep it on.
No.
Spirit of the Bat. Oh my god. They have unicorn dice on here too. Oh, they have dragon. They have owl. Guys.
Girl, you got a wedding to pay for.
Check out their Spirit of the Phoenix dice.
Let's see. Oh my god, they have a raven.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can always add this to our wedding registry, right? Like that's okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Best answer ever.
Where's the phoenix? I don't see I see the fae.
You don't see are you still at
Credit.
Credit?
Oh, hold on. There was more. Ew. Pegasus. Okay, that's okay. No, I don't see it. I'm just missing it. Scorpion, snake, octopus.
I'll have to check because somebody in my Sunday night.
I have to have the wedding set though. Like,
How much is it?
15?
Not bad.
No. And we can. Oh my god. Okay, I'm off.
That's like a steal. You just click buy now.
I know. I've got to stop looking at dice. Okay. Glad you're back, Dan.
Yay! Thank you. Oh, all right. So, yes, y'all have your quests essentially sort of roughly lined up here. Some tidbits. Karina told you about the quartermaster. There's one in each tier here. With Rongstrom, Rongstrom Growbinder as the quartermaster for the Nether. What would you all like to do or pursue? Excuse me. Thanks.
Dina's actually going to go running around, run right back in real quick, right up to Karina's desk and go, excuse me, where's the best place to get a nice bath after we're done? I'm going down into the sewers. And I looked down, I said, silk.
Yes. And even though she's wearing these monk robes, you could tell they're really fine garments. Well, I'm anxious to succeed. I can give you the name of... It's a bit of a concierge for the in the 3rd tier. I'm sure we can get you right into the bathhouse there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And she runs right, and she walks right back out.
Okay. Step
Well,
back out into the desert here.
I don't know about you guys, but the sewer sounds kind of like a smash and grab sort of job. We can,
Go down there, find it, and kill it.
yeah, and then take our time with the other one.
And the sewer's the one that's going to get us to 3rd tier.
Yeah.
And once we finish that, by the way, Karina has the name of a concierge in a very lovely place within the third ring that will get us directly into the baths. After.
Thank you for thinking ahead. Seriously.
Please.
We wouldn't have lasted long without that.
I don't want to greet Thud having just come out of the sewers.
I don't want to. And I don't have any skin in the game.
I'm going to get a lot of skin in that game. Let's go down to the sewers.
Nice.
Yes, let's definitely do the sewers first. This beast is devouring children. I cannot allow that to continue.
Did our stuff say how many children have been devoured?
Yeah, as you look at the map, I mean, they don't specify whether they were children or adults, but Karina, or whoever mentioned it too, yeah, Karina did say it's mostly children. But you see a good 13 X's marked off on the map here. And it looks like this has been worked up in the past. There's a date on the drawing of the map that places it about a week and a half ago.
Okay.
Oh, and the whatever groups they've sent in before us haven't returned, so they're kind of anxious
are
to get this taken care of.
Are we sure they're being devoured, or are they just being taken?
We don't. They haven't found any signs of remains, I believe, because the groups that went down there before us just disappeared. Same with the children, just no sign of them, so we don't know.
Okay.
That's basically a child a night. It's been nearly 2 weeks.
Good observation. So.
All right, let's go.
There's not a pattern on the map, right? It's not a big middle finger.
A dick, you know.
Yeah. Look at my own eye.
Jester was here. Bakari was here.
Awesome. No, there's no discernible pattern.
Okay.
Aside from that all being in that lower left quadrant, southwestern quadrant.
Okay. Well.
Tina's going to change out of the desert traveling clothes and get into something a little bit more appropriate for climbing around in a sewer. And she's going to shake out that robe with the patches on it. Put that on.
Okay. You get that all set up and placed on. Where is this?
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Neat. Excuse me.
Shall I go first?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you need? Oh, I can't do that. That's right. I have to remember who she has, what she has. Okay.
Before we go, could I wild shape into something real quick? Don't know what yet.
Well,
Turn to an alligator in
Yeah.
the sewers.
as soon as we get down there,
I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait till we get down there.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
So Dina will bring up the rear, I think.
Okay. All right. You find, of course. Oh gosh, how would they have it set up in this particular section? There's a. Now, there's no water in here. I mean, there's an oasis near-ish, but that's further in. There's probably just one of these small crooked flights of steps, 8 or 10 steps, goes down into a door that's partly rotted. Wooden door with some bars and a window you can peer in, and wafting through that is the scent of sewer, which isn't to say that the sewer is a stronger smell than the Nether. It's just a different, strong, odoriferous smell.
Is Zell up here with me? Zell, where are you?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Okay, good. You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. I guess fuck it. I'm sure there's no traps on this door. I'll just open this one.
Nice. Alright, so swings open. Boom. Yeah. Oh, you get hit with that warm, moist feel off the sewer goodies down there.
Onwards and upwards, friends.
Tally ho.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna try and breathe through my mouth.
Yeah, she's just like.
Amazing. Let me see if I can get this stretched out. All right, you find yourselves in a fairly nasty sewer. Can I just share this out comfortably, or is this going to take up
Yep,
the whole?
that looks
whole
great.
thing? Good.
At first glance, out of the corner of my eye, the one on the bottom left hand kind of looked like Dobby, but the arms are way too long, and I'm just
Dobby! Oh, no. Yeah.
We have to get Dobby a sock.
Nice, you're free.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's funny, it's fine. So there's a lot of essentially like this stands the little goblinoid creatures there. Muck, about pails that get dumped down here. There isn't, again, too much in the way of running water. Most of this is excrement of one form or another. As you walk by one of these fancy but aged gargoyles in the wall, a bunch of basically urine and waste pours out of it. Suddenly sprinkles down and splatters in the pool of muck below. There's really no sidewalks or anything to walk around comfortably. There's the glow of light from up above, and as the wind whistles over some of these iron grates up above in the streets and other areas of the Nether here. You begin to traverse down a long hallway in the sewer here. There are a couple of cubbies that you see here on either side that are just brief. They're not hallways. They're just sort of brief reliefs where there are a number of other gargoyles and dumping areas that pour in down there. Everything has a slight slope towards the center of these hallways, and then that has a slight slope down to the end where you see that circular grate that carries on beyond. At the end of the straight, narrow tunnel that you have here, there's a left and right turn, though. Right, let's see, you sort of would enter near the southern part, so the left hand would bring you up near more of the X's, whereas the right hand would bring you to the east where there wasn't anything marked off.
Towards the X's, friends.
Yeah, the other way.
Great shot.
There shouldn't be anything.
I'll be casting mage armor. on myself, not right.
No, it's on me. It's already done.
Too late.
All right.
And I will get the claws out.
Ooh. Psychic claws exist.
I want to go ahead and wild shape
Okay. What would you like to
into a giant constrictor snake.
Awesome and disgusting. So you
I know.
your form sort of stretches up, your neck stretches oblong for a minute, and you turn into this giant constrictor snake, then down into the gunk, slithering along in the muck, but head safely up as you do so.
So,
And
Hermione-
Tina does have the gloves of paralysis on as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Zelle's gonna run her hand along Thaxel's head down to her neck.
If I could purr, I would. But I'm gonna go.
Get a little tongue.
I'm a snake.
Still got that ass though. Someone showed me that video and they were laughing at everything and I was like, oh, weird. But when he said still got that ass, I'm like, what? That's what I lost it. I sent that to everyone as a message for the next month. It's like, still got that ass though.
That's America's ass.
Yeah, nice.
Damn straight.
All right. Thanks. I will figure out a thing for you. All right. You continue down this passage, and you hear a long, narrow tunnel in the sewers is before you. Again, just dimly lit every so often with some grates up above. You see a T intersection at the end. This tunnel ends, and you're still about 30 feet back, but you can see it goes left and right and opens up a bit. You do hear sort of running, not water, but liquid along the right hand side. So there's a trough maybe to the right that is carrying these fluids away.
Zell, do you want to look left and I'll look right just a little bit?
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone else stay here for just a second. We'll be right back.
There we go. I'm just going to put the area in here too.
Yeah.
So we have
Thank you, Dax.
things. Okay. I have this shared out nicely here. Ish. Okay.
Tina's moving up just so she can keep an eye on them while they're down there. If anything happens.
Okay. Very neat. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be everybody. All right, so make a perception check, Zell and Rhea, and step out if you want, or on the corner there if you want to look around either side.
18.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, not so good. Math. 17. Sorry.
Okay. All right. You see along the right-hand side, you do hear a trough sort of running along of sewer sludge. However, you don't spot anything left or right. I guess that would be something you'd have to say. But you do see you could go right and then leap down into this sewer trough, or you could go left. It continues as a tunnel through the sewers.
Wanna charge in this?
Yeah, I was going to say path of least resistance, not the gross. I mean, votes, anyone?
Let's go left. Always go left.
Okay.
And Dina is going to pull out or find the sharp her dagger, and
Okay.
she's going to make a mark on the wall that's somewhat unobtrusive, but indicates which direction they're going. Actually, she's going to write it in Draconic. She's just going to write left, Draconic.
Okay.
and then when they turn the corner, she's going to, mark it as well with a symbol in Draconic.
All right. So you mark that off on the wall there. As you continue on, you turn left, and you continue down for another good 5 minutes, and then you find yourself in a very similar section. Looks the same. We're going to use the same map because there's a lot of repeats in this sewer. Once again, you hear some slosh off to the right. I just want to ask, are any of you looking for any hints of anything as you're going through? Or you're just sort of like waiting for something to pop out? You can do roll perception checks if you're... Yeah, like... But
I
if
do have blind sight in case I need it or we need it. And a passive perception of 18.
Nice.
Nice.
Just a heads up for, whoever needs it.
So are we seeing any kinds of tracks or markings or anything like that?
You can roll a survival check if you want
All
to.
right.
Oh, my hair's so...
That is an 18.
Nice. Okay. All right. As you approach this T intersection again, this time in the sludge, you see some fresh, not quite paw prints, but some sort of beastly footprints. Something on all fours.
It would be helpful if Daxel could tell us what this is.
It would, but
Don't be silly.
just to use my hand as a guide, how big are these prints compared to my hand?
Let's see, maybe about twice the size of your hands. Look like they have just a few. They look like feet. They have like the 3
Right.
claw things. They're spread out enough where it looks like a relatively large, oversized beast, whatever it may be.
And I'm guessing they're fairly sunk in as well. How fresh do these look?
Probably with an 18, an hour or two. They were probably made an hour or two ago.
All right. I point them out and I say, we should probably follow these.
That's fair.
It was within the last hour or two.
Good to know. Which direction are they going?
You see some coming in both directions, up and down this tunnel that you're in, and they seem to curve around to the right where the slosh is gliding along the...
Of course.
Of course. And so you said they come back and forth?
Down this hallway. Yeah, if no one's looking around the corner, then you can see it kind of goes down the hallway to and from and hooks to the right where you hear that sloshy water running again.
Which set is the most fresh? Coming to the water or going away from the water? Sorry, sludge.
Going to the... Yeah, the sludge.
Sludge.
Going to. Wonderful.
Do we hunt it down? Do we set a trap? Do we...
Let's take a look at the water and see what we can find. Let's take a look at the sludge. How fast is it moving? How deep is it?
Do I, ever since we updated my stuff, I don't have my full inventory. Do I still have that beast trap, Dan? I remember I had it originally, but it's not in my inventory because I don't have anything in my inventory. But I thought I
We'll have to
had
fix
like
that.
a beast trap, but I don't remember.
Well, you know what? I think I can actually see your old... Zell old, I named it. Alright, let's see.
Because we can always set a trap. Like if we're going towards the sludge, we can set it behind us. So just in case it tries to get behind us.
Hunting trap,
There.
yep.
So then she's gonna start setting that up.
Okay.
Assuming that we're going into the sludge.
Do you need any help, or are you pretty confident you got it?
If you would like to assist.
Sure.
Nice. All right, let's see. Creature that steps on the plate must succeed on a DC 13, or take the damage and stop moving. Till it... Okay. We're just going to keep that up in case anything happens. All right. How exciting. So, go ahead and move your tokens wherever it is you want to look and examine here. Certainly not the most glamorous of tasks, but it's going to get you into that third ring.
Yeah, she'll come up to here. Come up to the edge and look.
Okay. Go ahead and make perception checks if you would. Rhea and Dina and Zal if you're looking down there.
That's a 10.
A 12.
Okay. Well. You're peering down. There's, as your best guess, I mean, you can't see through the sludge, but based on the way it's moving, there's probably a good 10 to 15 feet worth of slow-moving sludge down here. Like, the top of it seems to be moving faster than what you can see, like, a half a foot down. However, as you're looking, the surface breaks.
Of course it does.
A giant set of jaws fling loose all this sludge and crap literal sprays along the walls as it comes to snap toward each of you. Okay.
I let out the biggest hiss a giant constrictor snake could because I'm so excited.
That's awesome. All right. The first one's going to attempt to bite. This is Rhea.
Well, I'm dead.
Yeah. All right. It clenches you in its teeth. Okay. And these giant jaws come and close your torso entirely, from just above your knees up to about your sternum. Chomp, chomp. And they grapple. Let's see.
Oh, man.
Grapple. There is an escape DC on your turn.
Okay.
Okay. Grappled and restrained. By this particular grapple, you're restrained. All right. However, can it do its other? I don't think it can do its other thing because it has you. Disgusting. Okay. That's all that one does for now, but it's a surprise round, so that one does that. Dina, the other one attempts to bite you as it snaps up out of the sludge.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
This one's going to get you around the legs from just below, like, crotch level down to almost your ankles. And, oh, jeez. That's
And as soon as it does that, I hellish rebuke the
Oh, nice.
Wait, do I?
You can use that before the grapple takes effect.
Right.
'Cause,
No, I hang on a second. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember something. That's right. I don't have it because of the other thing that I have. Never mind. I don't hellish rebuke it.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
Oh,
yeah, that doesn't happen. Sorry, I've got like a 6 gazillion.
Characters. That's awesome.
I'm so sorry. It's been a hot minute. Could I have uncanny dodge that?
Let's see. This was an attack roll. It wasn't a save. Can you use uncanny dodge if is it only for saves? Saving.
Hold on, let me find.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, I've already forgotten.
No, you're fine. I completely blanked on opening.
Gosh,
PB,
let me open
Mhm.
it. When an attacker I can see hits you with an attack, you can use reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Okay.
Uncanny dodge, please.
Nice. All right. So instead, while it still gets its grapple in it, you're able to leap like a dancer out of the way, only taking 10 damage instead. All right, everyone, go ahead and roll initiative. I haven't done that in a long time. Oof.
So I think I'm trying to look.
Mm-hmm.
The medallion that I'm wearing
Mm-hmm.
gives us like advantage on initiative rolls or something, right? I'm looking. I have it in my notes somewhere. Each.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it does something for like the group around me.
It has warning on it, so that for you, let me see if it's anyone around you.
Companions within 30 feet can't be surprised.
Okay, were you all within 30 feet of her when you were searching? I guess so, right? She's right there.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was trying to find it before.
That's okay.
Like,
No problem.
No, I mean, it's been a while and we gotta trying to remember everything.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm feverishly reading spell description.
I'm so sorry. I was like, wait a minute, I have the thing.
No problem. Well, let's roll initiative, and if any of you,
Okay.
if Rhea or Dina are beforehand, we'll revamp.
So only I have advantage on initiative rolls then.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, sweet.
Rhea, what's your initiative?
17. Wait, no. Sorry. 22.
22. Okay. Let's see. Thaxel?
19.
Jeez. Demalagus?
18.
Oh. Zelkari?
17.
Wow. Dina?
13.
Okay.
Oh.
Let me roll.
Y'all got teens, so.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty good for us,
yeah,
actually.
that's
That's
pretty good.
Ari got a 20.
Hey,
Jeez.
of course you did.
That's my girl.
Awesome. Let me get her up here, as I'm sure she wouldn't be, hiding too far back. Okay. All right. So that's going to clear everything for Rhea, since you were first.
Mother's mercy. Thank you, goddess.
Awesome. All right. Grappled.
Oh, that's thank you, Thaxel.
And thank you, Thaxel, for doing the goddess's bidding.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yeah. All right, Dina, you're just below the crocodile that's the giant crocodile that got you. So, all right. So we'll start with Rhea.
Okay.
Climbing halfway
so-
up the ramp.
Sorry, it's my screen. It's so big. Okay. I will. I'm going to make my first attack on the gator friend that's in front of me,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Oh. Get it.
Ooh. I don't know if that's gonna hit. Hold on. Hold, please. Oh, shoot. Come on, tracker. The actions. Son of a bit. Oh, where is are my hand thingies? Because they're not in my actions. I'm sorry.
They should.
My damn claws.
Your hand thingies.
All right.
Yeah, my psychic claws.
Psychic claws under Akari's eye, under the actions tab, but you'll have to hit the little magnifying glass. to
Oh,
right
the
to
magnifying
see.
glass. Thank you, thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Okay. Why isn't it mathing for me? Okay. It's Dex, right?
For those particular
Okay.
things. Yep.
Okay. So, plus 3 plus 3, 6. So, an 11.
Okay, that misses. You go to slash and it kind of scrapes along its tough hide.
that's okay. I will then move next to my bud Dina without provoking an attack of opportunity and make my second and third strikes at this fella right here.
Okay.
Okay. So that one's gonna hit. So 17 plus 6, right?
Oh yeah, that hits. Yep.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Uber crocodile. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get them D6s.
Nice. You see this one climbing up, jaw open, head twisted, attempting to get Dina here. If it gets killed before it gets to Dina, however, before it gets to its turn, then
Okay.
discount what happened to Dina.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 23. 4, 2, 5, 6. Okay, so 26 points of 26 points of the slashing damage or whatever the psychic claws are, and then no, I don't have my wings out yet, so just 26 points.
And do you have sneak attack since
that was with sneak attack?
Oh, that was with it. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I just don't have my wings out yet, so I'm going to do the extra damage.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
Yep.
All right, 26. You slash through and you get right behind a couple of its scales and just pop a bunch of flesh out.
And then for my offhand attack, it's an 18.
That hits.
That hits. Okay. And that's just a little old D12 or D6 so that one's just 7 damage.
Okay.
And that'd be my turn.
All right. You come back up in that same spot just to bury your claws into the wound you just opened up. And retract.
You leave her alone.
Yeah. Let's get her over. Okay. Ooh, that's airy.
Oh,
All right.
sorry. I forgot to do the tracker.
No, it's okay. I forgot to leave her.
Did it do that initial 24 damage on the surprise, or are we going to do that when it comes down to me?
The damage that it took? Oh, yours? I'm going to wait and see what happens. Like, if it dies before it gets to you, then I'll negate it. Otherwise, I'm just going to make that. I'm not going to have it do anything different. I'll just have it do that.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Okay. Ari, what you going to do? She is going to...
Eldritch Blast.
Nice. Yeah, I think so.
I can say that now I'm a warlock.
Nice. Yep, she's going to go and attack probably the one going for Dina. She's been bonding with everybody. Does that hit? It hits. Excellent. All right, so blast that punk. Dealing 12 points of damage. This arcing necrotic bolt of energy crackles over your heads and between the two of you, between Rhea and Dina, and zaps this thing right underneath its mouth. It's still sort of lumbering down for Dina, but it's keeps getting knocked about. All right, Thaxel. I'm a snake.
I'm a snake. All right. So I'm going to move up. I think, okay, so I have a 10-foot reach on... I can do one or the other. Okay. How far down are that ledge? Is it like a 10-foot drop or?
Their heads are up near the top of it, so you can reach.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like a 5-7 foot slope before it hits the sledge, but it's maybe like a 5 foot. But not for you right now because their faces are right up, almost on the ledge. They've climbed up the sides.
So if I have a 10-foot reach, I need to be like right on the edge to bite him, or like if I move.
You can be back one square. Let me get these guys actually up where they. There we go.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to target the one in front of me, so number 1, and I'm going to try to bite him.
Nice.
I know. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay. That would be 8 and 4, so 12. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, 12 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty. You have sort of an attack back and forth where you're looking for a place to bite, and the crocodile is sort of fending you off until you look over at its eye and just pierce your fangs into his eye. Ah.
Yes. All right. I want to bite it out, but okay. I think I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay.
And I don't think I can do anything else. So
Is there any sort of grapple that comes with that snake?
just the constrict?
Okay. Oh, but that's a different action. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a different action. So I'm
Okay.
gonna.
All right. Still, you sort of start wrapping around it as you pierce its eye with your.
There you go.
venom.
There you go. I'm going to try to take it out. That's my plan.
Okay. Anything else for Thaxel?
I don't think I can do anything else, so that's my move.
Okay. Oops. Sorry. To Malagus. Who has the mage armor? You or Rhea?
I do.
Okay.
For some reason on the map from when we were doing the battle royale,
Yeah.
I still had her selected
Ah, that's awesome.
not long ago. So I was like, what is going on? I had to go into this map and click select myself, and then it selected me, and I was like, oh, okay. So which is why I have it. But she also has it twice because I didn't figure that out right away.
Okay.
Learning.
Yeah, don't get it. Yeah.
I really didn't realize
it
until I looked at the combat tracker, and it shows you what you have targeted.
Okay. All right. So you see all this
Okay,
happening?
at this point,
Excuse me.
a wizard is tempted to cast a lightning bolt in this situation, but considering how wet everyone is, I think that could go horribly awry. So instead, I am going to I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Now, I'm sorry, I'm double checking something.
Yeah, no
I know
problem.
it's multiple beams. I think you can split those up, right?
Yeah, you can
Yes, you
detect
can.
different things.
Yes, you can. Yeah, because you have to make an attack roll with each one. So you-
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they're 3 separate little fireballs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 3 rays of fire. All right, one target or several, so let's just start. I'm going to target the one fighting Thaxel because I don't think it's really been hit yet,
Okay.
for starters.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Oh, that just hits.
Good. Okay. So that does 2d6 fire. Be 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. It burns away some of the literal crap off its disgusting, heinous smell, but it also scorches some of its scales and hide.
Ah, shit. The second one's gonna miss. I got 2 lower than last time, so just 12.
Okay.
But the next one is 21, so I think that'll probably hit.
All right.
And that's 7 points again.
Excellent. All right. Another blast of fire energy. 3 beams fire out. One strikes true, burning sludge off the creatures just in front of where Thaxel's wrapped around. Next one fires just overhead against the wall in the back, and then the third one gets it in the front leg. Fires another beam off. All right, anything for...
Let's see, I think I'm pretty comfortable where I am. I don't really want to get any closer.
Yep, yeah.
That'll be okay. I don't really want to end up in anything's mouth. Because that's not fun for me. So I will end my turn.
Okay. Let's see. Oh my word. Oh, interesting. Anyway, let's just do this. All right, and if that's it, oh, Zelkari, you're up.
How rough do these two look?
Giant crocodile number 2 looks fairly wounded. Maybe a little more than half of its health. I mean, if you had to go by that. Giant crocodile 1 is hurt, but still seems to be full of energy.
Okay. Alright, let's see what I got. I think I know what I want to do. I don't know. Sorry, I need to memorize some of these new ones.
Not a problem.
Okay, I'm gonna try and cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, make a range attack against the target. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna try and cast Guiding Bolt on the first crocodile number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's hold on. What am I adding to that?
To your attack, let me take a look.
Your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency.
It'll be a +7 in total.
Okay, so that would make it an even 10.
Okay, that one just misses. Well, misses by a little bit. She hold up, casts this guiding bolt of divine energy that sort of glances at an awkward angle, like just above the creature and the stonework of the wall. Missing.
Okay. That's probably all I can do. Okay. Alrighty.
Make a perception check if you would, Zelkari. Just an offhand.
Let's see here. What's my perception? Hold on, wait, what's that?
Demalagus, you
That'd
can
be
too.
11.
Okay. And Demalagus, if you would too. I'm gonna have Aerie since you three are
Sure.
a little further back here.
10.
All right, come on, Aerie. She got a 4.
Did you also have my trap up?
Nice. Yeah, up further north. So you came from the west. Further up north, you hear what sounds like some muffled screaming. Tiny screaming, like from a youth. It's almost as though someone's walked out into this tunnel somewhere much further north, like they're traversing it, walking across, and as they do, it echoes down this way a little bit and then kind of fades back out.
Okay. Alrighty. That's gonna be the end of my turn then. Do I just click on my character, or how do I end it?
In the combat tracker, if you have that, that's open. It's at the top right of the menu. It has the little 2 swords crossed like this. There'll be in that combat tracker window, there's like a next player or complete turn or something at the bottom left of the combat tracker.
It's like a dragon head with an arrow under it.
Ooh, nice.
Perfect.
All right. So, this one is now going to attempt to, I don't know. I think it's going to fight the boa constrictor Thaxel snake.
Come at me, bitch.
Engaged. Nice. As you get around, it kind of does like one of its rolls there along on its back. It's sort of almost in place and tries to take a bite. Actually, what's your AC as the snake?
22.
Oh, jeez.
I'm kidding.
Like
It's a
what?
12.
Oh, okay. Just hits that. It gets a 13.
Did you believe me? Because
I'm like, damn, that's amazing.
I'm not that cool yet.
Alright, it's going to try and get you. That rolled kind of crappy. Alright, and it manages to sink some teeth into that form. Restraining you. It pins you down beneath its, teeth down to the sludge in the floor there.
How much damage?
Is it restrained or grappled?
It's grappled, but it gives the effect of restraint. This particular grapple restrains as well.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a question. First, I have 13 damage, right?
Yes.
To the, okay, so I'm still good. And then, is it any time after, because I have the Primal Strike feature,
Okay.
My attacks in beast form count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance? No, sorry, that's separate. Restraining still the same as continue.
Okay. All right. So Giant Crocodile 2 is going to do what it did beforehand.
Right.
You're going to hear... well, Zelkar, you will. I think you're the only one that of the three that are a little further back that heard that muffled crying. You hear someone sort of shout and yell, and you hear almost like a smack sound.
So does that sound like a human smacking another human? Okay.
Somewhere off in the distance to the north.
Would I still be able to like yell out, like, we need to move north, I hear a child, like, would I still be able to do that even though it's not my turn?
Yeah, because that's just a free action. You would have heard at least the first part.
Yeah, I would be, like, yelling over all the sloshing and everything.
A little busy here.
Yeah, it's got your legs, like, you feel the teeth sinking a little bit. All right, Dina, is there anything... there's an escape DC. I don't know, does restrain completely off
I
you?
am restrained. I need both of those gators to make dexterity saving throws, please, for DC 16. As my hands come up, flame shoots out in a 15-foot cone, and the flame not only shoots out, but travels back up my arms and wraps me up in the flame as well.
Nice. All right, Croc 1 failed.
Okay.
I'm sure, because they got a 5. The other one rolled a 1 with a -1 for a 0, so they both failed.
Okay. Okay, so I get to roll back one. That's much better. So that's... I love this ability, the Flames of Flagos.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
It's billows.
I'm trying to get all these right there. Yep. So, yep. That's 13 plus my charisma modifier. 18 points of fire damage to both of them, please.
Oh, jeez, that's amazing. Be this. Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to Misty Step the fuck out of there.
Nice. I love it.
Yay.
Its teeth just clench together as you, in a puff of smoke, disappear. And you can move yourself anywhere within 30 feet that you can see.
Okay. I'm probably going to come here where I can help the snake and Rhea at the same time.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's my turn.
Nice. Let's see. Top of the round. Yeah, I think it'd just be Aerie after that. All right, Rhea, you're up. What would you like to do?
Oh, this area is filled with bright light, by the way.
Oh, nice. Some flames rage on.
Okay, so they both look pretty wounded, right?
Number 2 looks much more wounded than number 1, but they're both hurting.
Okay. And then between Zell and then hopefully a decent, passive perception, I would have heard which direction that noise was. Okay.
You hear roll a perception check if you would.
Sure.
Since you're alert, have been alerted to that. Awesome, Bob.
Okay. 26.
Oh, damn. All right.
I rolled an 18.
So you hear a familiar shuffle of feet as though they've suddenly caught wind of all of you. Like they've twisted to listen. You hear them turn back. You hear them start. Not a full-on run, but you hear like a dragging behind them as they're trying to run.
And the noise is moving away from us, right?
Yes, it's up north in the tunnel up north somewhere. It seems to be heading to the east.
Okay. Ladies, you seem to have this handled. I'll be right back. I'm going to use my action.
Mm-hmm.
Get the wings out.
The fans the flames a little bit as those burst up, and this beautiful aura of divine energy just as these huge wings sprawl out.
And then I will bonus action dash so I can move 60 feet in the direction of the sound to try and catch up to it.
All right. So I'll have you. Where are we here? I guess the map isn't really going to cover most of that.
I'm assuming you can't pick up another person, right?
Well, I don't know. Dan, can I?
You can pick up another person if they're willing, but your speed is halved if you're carrying them.
Okay, so we would only go 30 feet? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's, if Zell's hand was out, I would have grabbed it.
I'd reach out.
Nice.
Okay.
I
will
would want
grab
to go
it.
with her.
Oh, forearm clasp. Zell, your feet are swept up off the floor as these huge, voluminous, glowing wings are flying above you, dragging you just above the muck and mire of the sewer flying northward.
Awesome. We'll be back, ladies.
Bye.
And Mal. Bye.
Yeah. Mine look a lot cooler and they go a lot faster.
Awesome.
I'm carrying somebody.
And they last longer.
I have an hour.
The two of you start flying north. All right, so you can make it about 30 feet. Yep, and you have you do see. Because you'd be able to see. I mean, it's dim light, but still, it'd be about another 60 feet from where you
I
are.
do.
Because I'm
Yeah. And I also have the aura around me of light.
Okay,
so,
perfect.
because my wings glow.
Nice. All right, so about 60 feet north of where you are currently, you do see a tunnel that leads off to the right, to the east. It kind of sounds like the sound is coming from over there.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Onward. There we go.
Nice. All right, Aerie, what are you going to do? Eldritch Blast again. She's going to try and just hurt this crocodile who, seeing as how it's much more damaged. Oh, come on, that misses. All right, she goes to cast her Eldritch Blast, holds on, clutches her book, holds her hand out, and it arcs out. She ducks out of the way, like to get out of the way of Rhea, and then just sort of shoots off a little off to the side. Because of it. I'm sorry, Aerie. Faxel, oh, you're currently pinned down.
Well, I'm a pretty giant snake, so.
Nice.
I want to. Would that be my action to try to get out of that? Restrain or can I still attack?
Let me check, because grappled you wouldn't. You would be able to. I'm not sure if restrained allows you to. I've got my thing right here. I did not have it set up though. Shame
Let's
on
look
me.
at D&D Beyond.
Haha. D&D Beyond. Oh yeah, you can't take actions or reactions when you're incapacitated. No, it's restraint. Get your crap together, Dan.
Attack rolls against.
So your speed becomes 0. You can't benefit from speed. Attack rolls, yep. Against you have advantage. Yours have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dex saving throws. So you could use an action to try and meet the escape DC of its clutches. Or if you have something else in mind, you can do that. You can still attack. It would just be at disadvantage.
A disadvantage, okay. Well, you jerk.
Grapple it back.
Can I? Well,
Restrict it.
Can I try to constrict it? That would be a grapple.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be like a double grapple.
Yeah.
Have it in nature.
Right.
Now it is a documentary.
Yeah, is
Almost
it
hear David Attenborough right now.
is it an attack or is it a spell save? I mean, a saving throw that the crocodile has to make.
Well, okay, so it's a attack.
Okay.
Target is grappled if it hits, I guess.
Okay. Well, it'll be a disadvantage, but yeah, you could do
Okay.
that if that's what you want to do.
Fuck it. We're gonna try it.
Get it, Vaxel Snack.
Try it on my snake. Okay, that's fine. I'm rolling these one at a time. I just- Oh, shit. 12.
Oh no, it misses. You go in and wrap around like you're about to get this grapple, and the crocodile just lifts you up about 5 feet and slams you back down into the ground, holding that pin.
Well, hell.
Your fang's still sunken into its eye.
Yeah, I'm just holding on. I'm gonna hold on to his eyeball because that's my victory snack after this combat. I don't do any. Yeah, I can't do anything else. So,
Okay.
except stick my tongue. No, I'll lick his eyeball while I'm trying to. That's all I'm doing. That's weird.
Butterfly kisses, MFR. Nice. All right. Demalgus, you're up.
Okay. So.
Put this where they're supposed to be here. That one's still back.
I am done playing patty cake with these little jerks here.
Nice.
I am going to Misty Step 30 feet north, so backwards from where I'm facing,
Okay.
as my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Then I am going to use my action to yell Quarthos and summon my nightmare in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and I will command it to kill the crocodiles. And then I will use my move action to turn around and run down the hallway north.
Ooh, okay, exciting. Ooh, one of them's going into battle, y'all. Okay. Let me get a nightmare out here. Okay. Let me properly give it its name.
Can a nightmare die?
If put in
Yeah.
battle, yes.
Well, actually, technically, sort of. If it gets down to low enough hit points, it'll go back to the ethereal plane.
And then you can't summon it again?
Not until it heals up.
Oh. Full move.
But they can also go into the ethereal plane anytime they want. So,
Yeah.
and I'm not. I've looked over nightmares. I'm not worried about it dying to giant crocodiles.
All right. And how do you spell it? Quarthos?
I do believe so. I can
Okay.
double check.
That's fine. I didn't want to butcher it on you. I happen to have a nightmare token prepared.
Good thinking.
Doosh.
I'm sorry. It's Quarthas. Thas.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
And that word is the drow word for duty. D-U-T.
Duty.
Not duty.
Just kidding. I'm still a child, in case you missed me all for the past
What?
month and a half. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Quarthus comes out, flames, fiery mane, and wreathed hooves in tow. And which one did you order to kill? Crocodile 1 or 2? 2's a little more hurt.
Yeah, probably 2.
Okay.
Charge it down, crush it.
Nice. All right. It did initiative automatically. All right, so it'll come back around to that. Demalagus, you run to catch up. Are you? I guess it's an action for that, and then movement. So.
Yep.
You're 30 feet. Okay, so you're essentially with Zelkari and Rhea in flight, like just overhead as you do it.
Exactly.
Nice. All right, Zelkari, you're arm in arm, sort of carried behind with the force of the flight.
Okay. Is it worth it for me to let go and run? Because I think I can only run 30 feet anyway.
Probably, because you can dash as an action and do
that's true.
60.
Okay, so I'm gonna let go, and with the momentum, I'm gonna dash. How far away from the corner, or are we at the corner?
It's about 60 feet away from where you all are right now.
60 feet?
Before you do any movement.
Okay, so I'll do my dash, which is how many feet?
I think it'd be 60 because you're at 30.
It'd be 60, yep.
Okay, I'll do my dash
Okay.
as what is that? My movement or my action, and then I'm just gonna look around the corner and see how far away they are before I do anything else.
Okay. So in full stride, you let go and you land in the muck. And you're like, you catch up, and you run and sort of slide down as you stop. Come to a stop, looking around the corner, and probably about. Let me see how far they got. Okay, about 45 feet, 50 feet away, you see a woman that is wearing caster robes of some sort, with an insignia that's hard to make out, but you can see there's an insignia of some sort on the back. Dragging behind her a semi-conscious child.
So how many feet?
About 50 from as far as they got.
Okay. All right. What do I have left? Do I have a bonus action? Or...
You have a bonus action left, correct. And a free action if you want to shout something. Or say anything.
Okay. Alright. They look like a caster. I don't know. It's like I don't know if I want to cast like another like magic missile or something, or if I want to just keep running if I can, or oh.
All these thoughts run through your mind as you slide to a stop.
You could draw your rapier and yell something at her.
Actually, that's a good point. All right, yeah, I'll do that. I'm just gonna.
Oh.
Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna like scream from my gut. Drop the kid now.
Oh, roll an intimidation check.
Oh, that flew out. Hold on, sorry. Sorry. All right, 19.
Nice.
But let me see what else I got
Okay.
on top of it.
Wow, it was the raw roll. Nice.
19 on top of what was the? I'm sorry, what was it?
Intimidation under skills.
That's a +4. So
Okay. Yeah, needless to say, you very much outclassed this particular individual with your intimidation. So like, shit, and drops the kid and just starts trying to bolt down their full dash action, just bolting away down this tunnel. Kid drops into some of the muck and mire.
but they look okay. Like they're conscious enough to not drown.
It's tough to tell. Well, yeah, there isn't enough for them to drown. It's just kind of nasty.
Okay.
And they're semi-conscious, is what you can tell from here. You probably have to take a closer look to see.
Okay. So I should be done though, right? I'm done.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, giant crocodile one. Okay. Okay, it's gonna try and chomp down on Thaxel some more. Oh, right, it has advantage now. Chomp. Woo! How much HP does the snake, your snack have?
60 total, so I'm down to 29.
Okay, neat. That was 18 in case
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It keeps you in the grapple and just kind of lifts up you up in the junk, slams down on your body again. All right, that's all they can do.
Tis a flesh wound.
Nice. Giant Crocodile 2 is probably going to... they're all gone. The Nightmares here hasn't attacked yet. Alright, I guess it's going to go again for Dina's, just since you're right here. It's going to crawl up a little bit. It goes to bite you, and you just poof, slam it on its nose. Forcing it to miss you. It does swing around with its tail and attempt to attack you.
Bad croc.
Alright, that one hits, but this is boop. That's like nothing. Alright, so it swings around. If you would make a strength saving throw to avoid being knocked prone, as it kind of sweeps you but hits the ankle.
Okay, that's a fail on the strength saving throw. However, it is going to take. Let me read this properly.
Oh, nice from the fire.
Because okay, no. Okay, there's that plus. Okay, right. So it's going to take 2 fire damage.
Okay.
And then how much damage am I taking?
10.
All right. And I failed the strength save, so
It just knocks you prone, so
okay,
its tail sweeps your ankles.
that's fine. It's more than welcome to do that.
All right. That person already took their dash action for their turn. So that brings us to you, Dina.
Oh, look, they've presented themselves so nicely. We're just going to go ahead and skip what I was going to do, an attack that was going to attack the one holding my dear Thaxel, and we'll just do Burning Hands again. So, dexterity, stand up, dexterity saving throws, DC 16, please.
Okay. Is this for both of them? Or
Yes.
for one of them? Okay.
Because it's a 15-foot cone.
Nice. Oh, that's right. Burning Hands, where you put your thumbs together.
Hands up and just.
So Dex, you said?
Yep,
Okay. Croc 1 gets a 14.
that's a fail.
Okay, and Croc 2 gets a 11.
That's a fail.
Beautiful.
All right, so 17 points of fire damage to both of them, and the flames are renewed around me.
Nice. Flames build back up again. All right, 17 would be
And
wow.
for bonus action, I'm going to drink a healing potion.
Nice. Crocodile 2 is just barely hanging on to life.
Okay.
Crocodile 1 is also heavily wounded. Okay. I'll let you adjust your life in Fantasy Grounds if that's okay once you roll your healing potion.
Yep.
Thank you. Rhea.
That's nice.
You've got all your speed back since and is your flight speed faster than your run speed?
No,
Nope.
but still 30, I think.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to move 30 feet, and then what do I see? Do I need a dash?
You would need to dash to get to that tunnel where Zelkari is.
Okay, I will use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
Okay, now what do I see?
As you stop yourself with your wings at the end there, you see this is about the time that, since it's all within the same 6 second, oh no, it is the next round. So you see a child that has been just abandoned in the tunnel there, and a good, at this point, let's see, they were about 50 plus another 60, about 110 feet down, just out of the range of the end of your vision. You see that same person with some sort of symbol etched into the back of their robes, hauling ass away from you.
Okay. Then I will also hustle and use my action to actually dash again.
Nice.
For my next 30 feet.
Okay. Well, if it's a dash, you get 60 then, right? Because it's a full-on...
Well, I had
but you did your movement already, right?
Yeah, because I did my bonus action, my movement, and now at this point, my dash.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah. So 90 total.
Okay, nice. All right, so you're only 80 feet away. I think you were 110 before. Excellent. All right. Anything else for you?
Oh, nope, sorry, I'll move my thing. Hold on.
Problem.
Oh, please.
Take your time.
Where did it go? Oh my gosh, there's so many things open. All
Hold,
done.
please. Thank you.
Hold,
right.
please.
Quarthus. Yeah, Quarthus has got a pretty decent line. All right, so Quarthus is going to run up to this very wounded crocodile too, and just whinny and rise up and clomp down with their hooves. Let's see if they hit. Oh, they hit. Just stomps out these flaming hoof prints into the already singed hide of this crocodile and just stomps its head. And you hear this sickening crack as the crocodile comes to a stillness. It did. Gives a
Bonus treats for Quarthus.
Yeah, gives a big whinny. Clops about. All right, that brings us back to Aerie, who's like, finish this. She's ready to fire this out. What does she have that she can just totally blast this thing? Man. All right, she's back here. She's going to 10, 15, 20, come up next to the crocodile over here. She's also going to do Burning Hands, seeing how effective it was. All right, save for the giant crocodile. It fails. She stands, corner to corner with Dina, and just places her thumbs together. It was the same cone blasting out, just striking the crocodile, and dealing a decent amount of damage. Sorry, Aerie, I keep making your dice roll super crappy. Faxel Snack, you are up and restrained currently.
Still not dead. All right.
There, you got this.
All right. Okay, so disadvantage if I attack. And then what, do I need to make a dex saving throw to get out, or?
If you want to get out, it would be a strength check.
Oh, yeah, because I'm really good at those.
And it would be, the escape DC is 16.
6 are strong.
I'm sorry, it's, So, it would be athletics or acrobatics, because technically it's a grapple for an escape. So you could choose athletics or acrobatics as your escape DC.
And it's the snake strength that you're using, or dex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Athletics is a +7, so.
Oh.
Because I'm a snake. Yeah, we're going to try to escape.
Nice.
All right, Keela, help me.
You just have to roll, what, a 9?
Yes. Oh, 13. 13 plus 7. Yeah, 20.
Yeah. You wriggle and writhe and find wrap around its jaws. You start to crush and constrict, and it finally opens its mouth to try and relieve itself from some of the pressure, and you're able to kind of slither out of its grip, now freed from the restraint. You do have a bonus action, so if you have anything with a bonus action, you have that available. And you have your movement.
I do have my move. Well, if I move back, it would attack of opportunity, right?
Yes. Oops.
I have been so helpful this round. That's it. That's my move.
Okay. Sometimes that's all we get. Yeah. Demalagus, what would you like to do?
All right, so I will be. How far am I from the kid?
Well, you're still. You would need to catch up with everyone else at the end of the tunnel. You're 30 feet up. How far did you run last time? Was it the dash?
I moved 30 and 30.
Okay,
So
all right.
60.
So you were. It wasn't. It's 60 from here. So you'd be 30 feet from the tunnel currently, from where the tunnel starts, where Zelkari is standing currently.
Okay. How much further is the kid down that way?
If you were to run up 30 feet and look down, the kid is probably what was I think they were 50 feet down when they were released.
He said 50.
Okay, so since I've moved 30, I will use the dash action to move another 30, and then I will, because I think this could be crucial, I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to cast Misty Step to move the remaining 10 to be right next to the kid so I can check on them and make sure they're okay.
Okay. All right, I will let you do, well, at the next round you can do like a medical check, a medicine check.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
Okay, but you're there and you're leaning down over the child.
Okay.
Zelkari, you up?
Okay.
Oh, and I would have said, I'll check on the kid. You catcha.
Yeah, she she is going to do like angry dash towards the beauty, like
Nice.
on like Captain America that.
Head down.
Yeah, just completely.
Excellent.
Because she would be how far from me?
Let's see. Well, currently about 110 feet.
Okay. So I would do my dash, which is 30. My movement, which would be another 30, so it's 60. So then she would be what, 40 feet from me?
50,
No, what'd you say?
50. Yeah, she was 110, so 50 feet.
Oh, so 50
from
feet.
them.
Do I have anything else left? A bonus action or no? Or do I have an action?
Let's see. Your dash was the action, and then your movement.
Okay.
So you would have a bonus action left. Yes.
Can I do anything with the bonus action? I don't know if any of my things can do, like any of my spells I can do as bonus action. Just like stop her. Because I'm assuming I can't like yell and intimidate her again. Like,
You could try. I think she's very intimidated currently, which is why she's bolting away from you.
okay, so she's more scared of me than anything.
Be the impression you get.
So, and I can't like run again, can I?
No, I don't think so, unless you have something in the skill set, but I don't think so.
I don't think so. Can I do like a guiding bolt or magic missile?
Well, magic missile is an action.
Okay.
Let me just take a look. Let me pop into your thing here, see if we've got any bonus action goodies. All right, cantrips will all be actions. Action, section. How about spiritual? So your spiritual weapon is a bonus action, and you can, when you cast a spell, all right, range 60 feet, and it's a bonus action.
So I could cast that and have it. Could I do? So I would be able to cast it, but I wouldn't be able to hit her.
Yeah, I think so. You create it within range that lasts for duration. When you cast a spell, you can make. It says when you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of it.
Yep. Yeah, when you cast spiritual weapon, it makes the attack when you cast it as a bonus action, and it's non-concentration, which is also very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do spiritual weapon then.
And what would you like this iconic weapon to look like? In which form should it take?
A lollipop.
Because I made the Captain America joke.
Penis.
before,
I was so thinking dildo. Yeah, it's like
dildo.
clearly it's gonna be a cock and balls.
Now, I'm gonna make a shield, a massive
Okay.
shield, and I'm gonna like pretend like I'm him, and I'm just gonna swing it.
Nice. All right, you place it just on the opposite side of this thing, and give it a strong whack. All right, so go ahead. All right, melee spell attack against creatures. So go ahead and roll an attack, spell attack. Actually, I'm sorry. It's right under spiritual weapon. Sorry, it's a +7 to whatever you roll for the attack.
So okay, so don't film me now. 17.
Nice.
Do I do a D or no? Am I doing a D8 or am I rolling a D20?
This is your D20 to see if it hits. Mhm.
Okay, so I rolled a 17 plus 7.
Okay, let's see what they're. Oh yeah, that hits. Okay, so go ahead and roll the D8 and add 4 to it.
Okay, grab up my D8. Where's my D8?
This
Where's my D8?
roughly imagined semi-spherical shield just appears in front of it and rams it in its head as it.
Yes. Oh my god, where's my D8? Hold on, sorry guys.
No problem.
Where are my D8s? Oh good. Here we go. That is a 6. How many do I have to do?
I think it's 1d8.
So that's a 6.
Okay. All right, 6 points of damage. Just cracks her along the face. God, she takes a stumble as she's still trying to bolt, but she took some damage. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, anything else for Zell this round?
If I can yell anything, I'm just gonna scream, "Stop, you bitch!"
Nice.
Say.
So you kind of look over your shoulder back, like, and and then forward again as she's running. All right, Giant Croc 1 is not looking too hot. I think it would go for. Jeez, I don't even know. Probably.
I'm sorry, did you add your spell casting ability modifier to your damage?
8? No.
It's plus 4, I think, in her case.
So then I did a 5 plus 4 would have been 10. No, 9. Sorry, I can count.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should be a little bit higher.
Yeah,
Hmm.
9.
I think.
I mean, not that it makes a big difference, but I was just looking it over
So-
Please, no.
because that's a good spell.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Croc's gonna go for. Right. I was gonna roll for it. All right. For Aerie, as she just did this most recent thing. He lost the grip on. It lost the grip on Thaxel. So, give it the old bitesy. That hits? Oh yeah, I guess so, right? It's got a +8. Okay, it's gonna try and take a chomp out of Aerie. Chomp. And grapples most of her. As she's fairly tiny, she is effectively restrained for now, but it can't use its tail attack. You know what? Let's see. Hit this thing. What's it gonna do? Jeez. What's the range? Ooh. All right, Zell, if you could please make a charisma saving throw.
She's away from her desk.
Oh no! I'll give her a quick sec, and we'll come back to that. In the meantime, what would you like to do, Dina?
We've never gotten I've never gotten the stats on the gloves of paralysis. What did they do?
Gosh, it's let me pull something else up here because that's in some long lost document.
Don't worry about it. Then I'll do something else. But I do need to get that eventually.
Yes.
So right, yeah. It needs to make another Dex saving throw, please.
Okay.
DC 16.
I rolled a 1. Yeah.
Excellent. So right underneath it, so I mean, it's got Ari wrapped up, I'm guessing like in its jaws and stuff. So its back half, all of a sudden a bonfire just into being underneath it, as if it's being slowly cooked, which it is. And it's going to get 2d8. As I find my d8s. Oh, lovely. 12, 17 points of fire damage again.
Oh, nice. All right, 17.
Right.
This thing is hanging on by a single thread currently.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't do anything.
Oh, okay.
That give it even more damage. That's the best I can do. But I am still, however, wreathed in flames again.
Nice. They billow up once again.
Right. And it'll have to make a saving throw at the for the first time on its turn, or when it ends. If it chooses to stay there, it'll have to make it at the end of its turn.
Ah, okay, neat. Excellent. Zell, if you could roll a charisma saving throw.
It's 11.
Okay. All right, let me just read this.
Wait, hold on. What was this? 12, sorry. 12, but...
Oh, okay.
Tonight it's a 12, but... I'm like, wait, I didn't do that math right. Doesn't really.
Nice. So you're, doing your Captain America run. You create this spiritual weapon, and you yell, this. You see her kind of look over her shoulder and hold a hand out as she gestures with her hands to cast something. And the tunnel and sewers around you fade. And warbling into place is just a really cold, snowy plain. You're somewhere with a lot of snow. It's not so cold that you're freezing to death or anything like that, but it's cold. There's snow blowing like you're in the middle of a blizzard, and you just everywhere you look white.
Crap. Okay. Do I think I'm in like another world, or do I think it's a mirage?
Make an intelligence check. Just a straight up intelligence.
I got a 3. There's no way.
Yeah, you're not sure. It could. There's so many possibilities. All right. So I guess Araya, as you're flying, down just behind Zelkari, You see that happen. You see the caster turn around and cast something, and Zelkari goes, "Ooh," just fades into nothing. She's no longer there.
Rude. Okay.
Nice.
She was my friend. How far away is the caster from me?
Let's see. I think you're at 90. Was it 90 feet? Or no, it was 110. So you were at 80 because you made up 30 feet.
Okay, so she's 80 feet from me. Okay. Great. I am going to fly 30 feet
Okay.
and then dash another 30 feet for a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
So 60. So I'm 20 feet away at this point. Fantastic. I will take out my 2 daggers, and for an action, I'm just going to throw dagger at her.
Nice. Okay.
Let's see here.
Just draw them from inside your carefully hidden nooks.
Yes. Okay. Dagger is just dex, right?
Yes.
Let's see here. Where is my shit? 3, 6.
It's
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
So 16 on the
Okay, that
first one.
hits. Yep.
Oh, it does? Okay, great. Let me get a d4 because it's just a little old dagger. Okay, so that's 10. Oh, that was not a good roll. 11, 12, 14, 15, 18. Okay, so 18 points of piercing damage plus 7 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Total. So altogether. And then if she happens to be concentrating on anything, she has disadvantage on her concentration.
Let's see. Oops. Give me a sec to do this. So I can click on it.
And while you do that, I will roll the next keep things moving.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So what was the damage here that you did in total? It was
Here, total. So
27? It's 27, I think, right?
yeah, because that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 10, 20. Yeah, 27. Yep.
Okay, so she does have to make a save. And that would be a con save. Okay, she succeeds. She gets a 19.
Oh, okay. Of course. And then I rolled a 19, so plus,
That hits?
whatever to hit. Okay. And then that is just a straight 7 points of damage on the second one.
Nice.
Okay. You bring my friend back.
Yeah. She's hobbling a little bit as one of the daggers nicked her calf.
Okay. And then I will move my card.
Sorry. I'm still I'm jumping the gun on everybody. My bad.
Oh, no, you're okay. You're okay. I've got so many things open. You know how it is, Mac.
Yeah, nice. All right, Quarthus is going to try and face stomp this other one that has 1 single hit point left. Oh, Quarthus misses. The crocodile's like, oh, and pulls its earbuds out. The frantic battle. Sorry, Quarthus. All right, that's it for now. Aerie is like, just snaps her fingers to do an Eldritch Blast that arcs over at the giant crocodile. Are you kidding me? I'm so sorry, Aerie. All right, fine. Rolled terribly dice. Faxel snack.
All right, let's do this. I am going to bite. Nope. Well, okay. 13 plus 6. 19. 19.
Okay, well, that certainly hits. I mean, as long as it's going to roll at least 1.
Well, the first one was a 1, but the next one was a 6, so that's 7 plus 4.
Okay.
11. So how do I want to do this? I want to pluck his eyeballs out and eat him.
Nice. Nice. Look, pluck. You pick the eyeballs out, and the very last bit of energy it had, its will to live, is just gone after losing its eyeballs. And you slowly go around the face of it and just start like slowly creeping over, digesting it.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I love it.
Nice. All right. It did. Okay. Anything else you want to do, Thaxel?
I guess I'm going to slither over to the rest of our group.
Mm-hmm.
If I can, I have 30 feet.
Okay. You can head up there if you're heading north towards everyone else. It's going to be a little bit, but you can head that way.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
All right. You're slithering with this crocodile body inside your form inside the constrictor snakes dragging behind you.
It looks great.
I'm a snack.
I'm a snack.
All right, Demalagus.
All right. I'm checking on this kid.
Okay, yep. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
I will try. 3.
Oh no, Demalagus. Kid looks fine. Do you have a cold? Yeah. I mean, just basic knowledge with the 3. I mean, looking at the kid, they look mostly unconscious at this point. There's a bit of probably from the relief of and the uncertainty still of what relief from being released from this person's grip, but shock. They're sort of partially half unconscious and sort of standing there like in shock. Just
okay. I will say, hello. My name is Demalagus. You're safe now. Who was that person? Did they harm you?
Where am I?
You're in the sewers of a city called Paelay.
Did you bring me here?
Some woman did. We ran her off.
Can I go home?
Yes, we will help you get there. Hang on just a moment. My friends will help us. And you know what? I'm going to... I want to do something. The kid's covered in muck, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use prestidigitation to cleanse their clothes.
Okay. Nice. The clothes look better than they probably ever have in this kid's life. Yeah.
Magical cleaning.
Yeah. Still in a fair bit of shock, but definitely cleaned up. Again, at glance, with the 3, you don't see too many scrapes or some minor scrapes and abrasions. It seems to just be the shock of what's happened that's affecting the kid. They look to be in decent health aside from that.
Okay. Don't think I had. No, I was going to get a toy while I was here. I don't have it yet. Darn. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I will. Yeah, clean the kids' clothes. I'm going to be comforting and just sort of reassure them that they'll be okay and we'll get them home safely.
Neat. Zilkari, you can walk around your winter wasteland if you'd like. Investigate or anything like that. If there's anything you'd like to do there.
I mean, I'm putting 2 and 2 together and assuming I'm banished.
It's a likely scenario, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just gonna stand around. There's nothing I can really do at the moment.
Okay. You sort of gear up like you know that how this spell works. If it's a spell, you're going to reappear in that same spot. You're just like, okay, bring me back. Come on, I'm ready. All right, and this brings us back to the Apter's turn. I'm actually going to, because I got daggered in the calf, I'm going to have them do a dex save here because it is slushy. And they're running. The woman running just after this calf gets this dagger slashed through the back, she stumbles from the pain and in the muck and is unable to catch herself. She slips and slides a good 8 feet through the sludge, slowing her down for now. She's prone. She looks back and sees this angelic form of Rhea flying toward her, a body hunched down over the child further back, and just looks at you, Rhea, as you're flying in, a bit shocked at this glowing angelic form. No, we're doing this for. You can't. Why? The children are going to a better place. Leave me be. I'm doing your work, aren't I? And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
No! Oh, come on, please. I want to take her out. I can do this.
Sorry. I looked at the time like 5 minutes ago, like, oh my gosh, it's so much.
But I already know what I'm going to
so
do.
late.
Oh, sorry.
Dina, your face.
All right, I'm getting within 300 feet of this woman, and I'm going to fireball her ass.
Oh, nice. Cook.
Yeah. I don't even have to see her. I just have to point my finger as long as she's within range.
Oh, amazing.
Do we want to? Because she just dropped something like, what did she say? I'm doing what you want or something?
I'm doing your work. Yeah.
I'm doing
Yeah.
your work. Yeah. What is she? I kind of want to question her.
Hold on, I gotta write that down.
I'm doing your work, aren't I? So thank you, players, for sticking it out so long. I mean, just in the past 6 weeks, but also tonight, sticking it, and viewers as well. I know it's extra late for us, so thank you so much. It's so nice to be able to do this with y'all again. Thank you so much.
It was fantastic.
Neat. Oh,
I'm a
there's
little rusty, but give me like another week or so.
awesome. We'll have some plenty of juicy roleplay options coming up here. Just lots of decisions and roleplay things and possible battles, all sorts of. Paelay is like loaded with options. So I hope you all have fun while you're here.
Oh yeah.
Neat. Yeah, so we'll figure out what's going on with this particular individual here, what they're talking about. Thought it was super cool that Quarthus killed a crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good thing he
Like
did.
a pony.
Sorry, Ari,
It's
for
a
the rules.
flaming sugar treat.
Nice.
I've already told him he's a good boy in Infernal a couple of times.
Good.
Ew.
MS.
Awesome. I love the shield, Zelda. And plus
awesome.
the Captain America run, like the
Oh,
you're
we got
going
a
down.
pop right in front of me or anything.
Nice. Awesome.
I'm taking this bitch out. Oh,
Good. Because she sucks.
yeah, she does.
Sometimes I'm writing these people up and I'm like, man, I can't stand this person.
Yeah. I know that one.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll wrap it up here tonight. Thank you again, players. You are amazing, and I love having you all here. And yes, much love to all of you. Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you, chat, too. We'll catch you. I'll be able to play Friday, too, this week. And July should be mostly on point. There's one Tuesday in July that I won't be able to run the game. And there's one Friday in July that I won't be able to run the game. Other than that, I should be back on my regular schedule for the foreseeable future.
So excited.
Awesome.
Well, have a wonderful night, everyone, and I can't wait to see you all again soon. Take care.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Mhm.
Hi.